Star Wars, Conflict Within, Episode 3, Futures Repeat, Session 12. The Sith Empire is on the precipice of victory. With Mandalore Vizsla deposed and our heroes forced to flee the planet, the new Mandalorian hierarchy has begun negotiations with the Sith to discuss a ceasefire. Many planets on the Outer Rim, furious at the decision, have begun discussing rebellion, and the once strongly united peoples now face the possibility of civil war. While the Outer Rim fights amongst itself, the sinister Darth Revan edges ever closer to completion of his ultimate weapon, the Star Forge. Once finished, it will be capable of converting stars into a fleet of ships within days. While our heroes don't know where it resides, they do know where its fuel is coming from. Ilum. Now they race towards Taris, looking to regroup and figure out what's next. Taris remains home to many members of Clan Rook who held loyalty to Raj and hopefully still to Sifu. There they'll look to design their final plans to bring about the fall of the Sith and restore peace to the galaxy. So, as we pick up tonight, you are on the Razorback. It feels kind of like old times, although it's slightly more cramped on the Razorback than you all remember it being, as you have a couple of extra people hanging out with you. Not only do you have the 5 of you, but you also have Amara and M4. You also have Katra, Sifu, and Jorah all on the ship with you. So the Razorback is operating at capacity, to say the least of it. You got a couple days' journey from Mandalore to Taris, which gives you all some time to, well, really kind of work out whatever you want to do. We're actually going to start, not to follow up on Juxta here, but we're going to start off with some downtime. So, yeah, what all would you like to be doing on your couple days' journey?
All right. Well, I will go ahead and start by heading to my old room.
Okay, so Ozzy's room.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. My room.
Yeah.
And basically inquire with her, like, once we get the Cortosis ore, how long is it going to take? Because we should be able to pick us some up on Taris, which is where I found some with the Force that I have that you don't have, which is how I found it.
She looks at you and is like, you didn't use the Force to find Cortosis ore. You don't know that you can find it on Taris, but you probably can. And once you have it, I could probably do it relatively quickly. It shouldn't be too hard to smelt it and make the weave.
Okay. Are you doing anything right now? Are you working on anything?
I'm always working on something. What do you want, Song?
What are you working on?
What does it matter? You're going to tell me to do something else.
I'm going to ask you to do something else, but if what you're working on now is important, then I won't.
Well, Jorah asked if I would work on his armor.
That is not important. And
on that note, in the on the side of the room, you do see Jorah's set of Mandalorian armor. At least half of it. Half of it is still that bright, garish purple color. The other half looks to have been kind of redesigned and repainted at this point. It is now kind of a soft cream color.
It has no style. Anyway, I pushed that all to the side and I put a big case up on her workbench and open it up, and inside is a cybernetic arm.
She looks at the cybernetic arm and looks to you and says, I'm about to hit you with a cybernetic arm.
No, you are about to take off my left arm and replace it with that.
You want me to take your... Usually people wait till they get maimed and then replace it with a cybernetic.
Right. I know it doesn't look like it, Ozzy, but I'm getting old.
It definitely looks like it.
And I've noticed in the last couple battles, left arm's just not holding up to the right arm the way that it did before. So that's my new one.
She nods. Well, yeah, you probably need the advantage at this point. All right. She looks to you.
Should I bring M3 in here?
Yes, you should bring M3. I'm not a surgeon. I'm a mechanic.
All right, I'm going to radio to Galvin. Galvin, could you bring M3 up to my old room, please?
Is someone get hurt? What happened?
Statement. I hope someone got hurt.
Just bring him up, please.
I guess we better go see what the hell happened.
Statement. If he shoots me again, I will jettison him.
You could try.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I just saw
he's pleased. He gives you a thumbs up.
He has thumbs?
Yeah. He's got like two fingers and a thumb on each hand.
Hey, if he shoots you again, he wasn't truly sorry, and his apology was invalid, and therefore he deserves punishment.
Joyously, yay. All right, so M3 and Galvin make their way up to learn that Song has requested to have his arm cut off and replaced with a cybernetic one.
Yep, and I tell M3, I'm like, it's your lucky day.
Statement. This is the best day. Yes, I will happily cut your arm off. Come. Would you like to be awake for it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Joyously. This is the best day.
And I don't want to be put under for too long.
Yeah, no. And yeah, by your word, he starts cutting into your arm.
Cool.
Awesome. From across the ship, everyone hears screaming.
Excuse me, you're telling me that fucking Isla the Hut gets to roll a save to see if she screams or not when I kill her, but I just automatically scream?
Fair enough. You can roll for this. This is someone cutting into your shoulder through bone.
Yep, I'm aware. I assume we use. They don't put me under, but we use some anesthetic. I just don't want to be out. What am I rolling?
You didn't say that. You want anesthetic? Query: did you want anesthetic?
Yes, I just don't want to be put under.
Statement: could someone get me some anesthetic from the med bay, please?
Is that not where we went to?
No, we're doing it in Ozzy's room. He wasn't waiting.
No, all right, fair enough.
It's the happiest day of his life.
Very sanitary.
Yeah. I also down a bunch of whatever liquor we have too.
There we go. All right. You with some booze and some anesthetic, you are able to get through it without screaming too much. And let me do a medical roll. Hold up one sec.
Oh, God.
Nat 1.
Is that
Or the equivalent of a Nat 1.
I can't remember if it's a medicine check or a mechanics check, but it doesn't matter because his is the same. So, a replacement part is 2 purple. He rolls 4 yellow. 1 success, just barely. But he is able to remove your arm and attach a cybernetic prosthetic in its place. You now have a cool robot arm.
Sweet.
He takes your old arm and puts it in a bag labeled medical waste and goes to jettison it.
It's fine. Ain't no use to me.
That's fine. He just wants to live up to his promise to jettison you. Ozzy is just like, sure.
Come on, no, look at that thing. That's great. That's so cool now.
I mean, it is.
Better.
Did you ask Sifu about this?
Why would I need to ask my daughter about something that I'm doing to myself?
That's how family works, Song. All right, I'll take that as a no anyway.
Sifu, can you come up to my old room, please?
Oh, God. Yeah, sure. Sifu makes her way up. She is accompanied by Jorah, who is next to her. Jorah, not looking his usual self right now. He's just wearing, obviously, underclothes, and he has his hair pulled back into a ponytail at the moment, but he looks around. Did your dad always have a metal arm? And Sifu, like, at first goes to yell, and then she's like, did he? I've never actually seen his arms. He's always got the coat on. I don't know. Did you always have a metal arm? Is this new?
Your aunt here has informed me that apparently when you decide to go through some minor cybernetic surgery that you should inform people first, so...
Major surgery.
Minor!
You had an arm replaced.
It's like a fifth of me. Maximum. That's minor.
If I shot you in the eye, you would call that pretty major.
Look, the point is, it's better this way.
Sifu's just like,
On to the real questions.
Okay.
And I look to Jorah. Do you ever plan on getting into combat, into skirmishes, into any sort of fighting? Or are you just going to diplome your way out of everything?
He blinks. Well, you should always diplome, as you put it, your way out of things if you can.
If you can.
But failing that, of course I would fight. I've fought before.
All right. I point to his armor. cream?
I know I liked it. I thought it was a cool color.
Then you don't get colors based on their coolness for the battlefield. You get colors based on how well they're going to help you blend in.
Oh, I'm sorry. We could have another shade of brown. We're going to an ice planet, aren't we?
Is Ilum an ice planet?
Yeah.
In this particular case, sure, but where are you most likely to fight at?
I don't know. Isn't it Sith occupied?
Get something darker so that you don't stand out like a sore thumb.
I'm going to on the ice planet if it's dark. Listen, I can't wear the purple anymore. I was informed this morning that I have been exiled. So,
I roll my eyes.
yay. Yeah, I know. It's listen. You all may be used to being exiled. It's something kind of new for me.
Spoilers, it's just a word.
Well, that's good to know. So is treason, but it's one that gets you hanged. So.
Pretty sure that only the Mandalore can accuse you of treason.
Well, yeah, well, that's my dad now, so. Great.
We'll see.
Sifu kind of like glances over. So, what? We go to Terrace and see what we can scrap together for this?
For now. We'll see if our Mandalore has anything else she'd like to add to the...
I can probably get us at least onto Terrace safely, assuming that that the members of Clan Rook there are still kind of on my side. I do know one who will definitely be on my side. Mom. My mom's there.
Oh, well, there you go. Problem solved.
Yeah. We haven't talked in a while, but sure it'll be great.
Why?
Because her and Dad got divorced, and it was weird. Awkward.
Yeah. Well, she shouldn't hold you accountable for that.
No, she doesn't. We just haven't talked in a while.
All right, well, the last person that we had on this ship who hadn't talked to her mom in a while, they got on just fine.
Didn't she die like 4 hours later?
But the point is, Raven and her mom got along just fine up until that point.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go train for a little while and try and get my mind under control. I'm still feeling those bursts of anger. So he kind of meanders off. Anything else for this scene? Oh, okay. Does anyone else have something they want to do on the trip?
Say I do, but I don't want to feel like I'm hogging all the spotlight, so please someone else go.
I wanted to talk to Amara about the brain implant thing to see if there would be a possibility of making a like EMP device that could potentially disable those that had that implant but not necessarily kill them, or if they're
Interesting. Okay. So you're gonna find Amara. She's where she always is, in the makeshift lab in the hold. Much like your place on Mandalore, she has very quickly made herself right at home in your lab, and is as always working. Kind of glances up. Morning, Galvi. How are you?
all right, I guess.
You look like you just saw someone's arm get cut off. Are you all right?
That is kind of what just happened.
That was a guess.
Thought it was a medical emergency, and apparently Song just decided that he didn't want his arm anymore.
That's understandable. Human arms are so irreliable. That's why I replaced one of my eyes. See? And she lifts up her goggles to show that she has a cybernetic eye. I also replaced a hand, but you haven't gotten to see that yet.
Oh,
She goes over.
this
you go-
definitely helps with.
It has 34 different grip functions, Galvin.
Sure does. She goes over to the computer terminal there, and each of her fingers separate into 4 small digits. So now she has 16 plus her thumb to type with, and yeah, she can type really fast now.
I'm very
Wow.
Ghost in the Shell.
That's quite impressive.
That may be where I got it, Anaris.
I figured.
She nods. So, what can I do for you?
So, I had been looking into what was it called again?
Shell.
A shell. I'd been looking. I had discovered your shell model after we had faced down Darth Toxus, and I had been looking at it. And after what you had told me, I could only assume that Revan is using similar devices for his forces.
She kind of exhales, annoyed, and nods. That's why I left. Yes.
So it would stand to reason that we would possibly be able to come up with some kind of device that would allow us to disable these devices without any need for.
Well, naturally, I gave it a degree of EMP resistance. Can't have, someone walk near or have an explosion go off in the distance and suddenly their brain turns off. That would not make for a very good medical product. I guess with a concentrated like ion blast or an ion grenade, that might disable it. It will be lethal, but it might disable it.
Would there
Yeah.
be no way to disable it? Because of the resistance, we wouldn't be able to disable it without. Because you did say you replaced the core functions of the brain with the device instead of the sub functions as we had originally intended.
I mean, yeah, theoretically, the way he's using it, it might not actually be lethal. I just can't guarantee that their brain will turn back on later once it has begun depending on Shell. I'm not certain we can make it not depend on Shell. The testing didn't work for that.
I mean, I suppose a chance of survival is better than no shot at survival.
Oh, let me be perfectly clear. They will survive. They'll just be vegetables if it doesn't work. That said, might be better than being shot by them. I don't disagree with that.
Or cleaved in half by Stumpaka.
Yes. Is that something that happens frequently around you?
Putting it mildly, yes.
You've led an interesting life in my absence, Galvy.
That's, you don't know the half of it.
I say that as someone who went and worked for the Sith, and I know what an interesting life looks like. I'll look into it. Something like a concentrated ion shot, maybe just enough to disable them, but not completely shut the brain down. We're operating in the world of theory now. I'm not saying it's impossible. M4, what do you think? I think if you kill them, that's all the better. Thank you, M4. M3, what do you think? Statement. I also think if you kill them, all the better. Great. Stellar. I'll look into it, Galvin. If you want to help me, we can design something that would just shut down some of the higher functionality, and hopefully the brain would recover in its own.
Yeah, we can look further into it. M3 should also be able to help us since he's been redesigned as a medical droid, and his knowledge of how to kill people may come in handy for not doing so.
Correction. My knowledge of how to kill people always comes in handy, Master.
Well, we'll certainly need it one way or the other.
M4 looks to M3. Query. Oh, wait, sorry. M4 didn't talk that way. You were reprogrammed as a medical droid? Dejectedly. Unfortunately, yes. Ha ha ha.
But he did just get to cut someone's arm off, so.
M4 looks to Amara. Can I go cut someone's arm off? No. Okay. You know what? Enough of the droids for right now. It's exhausting for the DM. All right. So yeah, Galvin, go ahead and make a difficulty 4 mechanics check.
We have light side dice if you want to use them.
Okay. Also, let me check. I think. Hold on, I have to open this and see what this does. Because this would be creating a new device.
Yes, it would be. You're
'Cause
creating a specialized ion grenade.
I have Inventor, I think, which allows me to add a blue dice to.
Nice. Yep, you're trying to make a specialized ion grenade. It's got to put out just the right amount of ion force without ionic charge rather, without destroying the entire thing. Because if you make it explode, they're definitely going to die.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Inventor, constructing a new item, or modifying attachments, add a blue or remove a black per rank. Okay, and then. Oh, right. I took this as well. Master Artisan, once per round, you may take the Master Artisan incidental and suffer 2 strain to decrease the difficulty of the next mechanics check by 1. So.
All right, so difficulty 3.
2 strain. Difficulty 3. I think it's. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, green, green. Am I still getting a blue die from M3?
Yep.
And then take 2 strain or reduce it by 1, so 3 purple. And I think.
All right.
I think that's. Should be good.
8 advantage.
All right.
You rolled all advantage.
It's a lot of advantage.
I also have Natural
Max
Tinkerer,
advantage.
which allows me to reroll any mechanics check once per session.
Yep,
So
you certainly can.
I will try that again and probably roll worse.
And he do so with major advantage.
I'm blown away that all those dice and they only turned out threat and advantage.
He could have still rolled another 4 advantage more than that.
That's true. There you
Nice.
go. 8
There you
successes,
go.
1 advantage, and a triumph. Okay. All right. So over this course of this trip, you and Amara work the way you used to work. You work well together. You always did, and that has not missed a day. You slide right back into the swing of things. You're always kind of one step ahead of the other. It's your way of competing against each other really serves you well because you kind of are seeing 3 steps ahead of her and she's seeing 3 steps ahead of you, and in that way, you are able to craft a specialized ion grenade. It is a sticky grenade. And specifically, it is designed to interface with the frequency that the charge within shell runs at, and it should disable shell without completely shutting it down. And hopefully, that will cause people to, rather than die or slip into a vegetative state, they'll just kind of go unconscious for a while. You are able to craft 4 of these. I was going to give you 2 if you succeeded, but for your triumph, I'll give you 2 extra.
All right.
All right. Anybody else have something they'd like to do?
Yes.
Okay.
So first, stop by Stompy's room. And I tell him, you meet me down in the cargo bay.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Can you meet me down in the cargo bay?
Why?
I promise you'll enjoy it.
I'm meeting you right here in my room.
What?
We're meeting right here.
No, but I need you to do something. Just meet me in the cargo hold. And then I'm going to go find Jorah.
All right. Jorah right now is in the common area. Jorah's actually eating at the moment. I shouldn't say eating, picking at some food. They're supposed to be eating, but they don't seem particularly hungry.
So I go and I'm going to sit down across from him.
Jorah kind of glances up.
Haven't had a chance to thank you yet.
Oh, it's weird when you see them because like for a minute they like seem to be like trying to like almost get into character, but it's not quite that.
Yeah.
And they nod. Oh, you don't have to thank me.
I know, but I'd like to anyway.
Listen, I'm not dumb. I know my father was right, and that Sifu really doesn't want to marry me. And that's fine.
Maybe not. But at least until she says otherwise, you are eventually going to be my son-in-law. You know, if you make it that far, obviously. And I think that we should spend a little bit more time getting to know one another. And while my daughter by no means needs you to protect her because she can take care of herself, I would like to know what you're capable of so that she doesn't potentially get herself hurt trying to protect you.
Jorah will nod.
So what do you say to a little sparring session down in the cargo bay? You won't be the only one.
Jorah seems to think about it for a moment. Yeah, sure. I'd be up for that. You really notice they are not the person they were a week ago when you met them. They seem different.
That's fine. I'm also going to, I'm not sure where she is, so I'm just going to like radio to Sifu if she can also meet me down in the cargo bay.
Sifu radios back up. I'm already actually down here. I'm working with Daenerys.
Okay. So I head on down then. I turn to Jorah. Come on down whenever you're finished with your meal.
Jorah just kind of glances at it as like, I think I'm good. And he'll follow you down.
Yep. All right, so we head on down then.
Mm-hmm. And
what Sifu and Daenerys doing down here?
When you see Sifu and Daenerys, Sifu is practicing her lightsaber stances, her kata, as she does most days. She's trying to focus some of the feelings of anger and betrayal that she's been dealing with into her ability to, into fighting. It's easier to focus and deal with those things in training than it is to just kind of brood with them. So that's what she's doing.
This is a perfect time for what I wanted to talk to you about then. And he is going to take out of his pocket the recipe for the cookies and set them onto a nearby workbench. And then he's going to pick up his a training saber of his own and look towards Sifu and says, "You want that?"
Sifu kind of glances over. I mean, I could take it, but yeah, I do want it.
You could try. And he's going to step into the middle of the cargo bay.
She glances over at the recipe like, I could just force grab it, but no. She nods. All right. What are the rules?
First to 3.
First to 3. I like it.
And I'm going to commit a force dice for sense.
Okay. She will grab a training blade and make her way over into the center of the ring as well. Already, M3 is spreading word around the ship that that force users are getting ready to throw down in the hold. And
Song is fighting Sifu.
Katra glances over at you, Raven, and she's like, "All right, I got the 100 credits on Sifu."
Come on, Raven. You're muted.
I shouldn't be.
Oh, well,
No, you're not. You're
not.
yeah.
You're good.
You're
I'm
good
just
now.
I'm leaning too far back. Why would I ever take that bet?
Fair point. All right. So, all right, you want to throw down with Sifu? Let's do it.
Yep. What are we doing for initiative?
You're both well aware of it, so it's cool presence.
All right. Cool. Presence.
That said, Raven is booking it down there to watch this.
Yeah, for sure. Once I guys got to grab Sifu's. I just got to grab Sifu's character sheet.
The heck?
Come on. The Razorback does have. Yeah, you guys are in hyperspace, so you don't have to worry about anyone flying right now. Sifu skills. All right. So you two stand across from each other and you bow. Cool presence is the same as yours. She has 3 successes, so she gets
I
to
am
go
going
first.
to use rapid reaction to add another success to mine, so I have 3 success and an advantage.
Fair enough. Then you get to go first.
So as she's about to strike, her old man has a little bit more in his reflexes than she probably expected.
It's the new arm.
No, I had this before the arm. All right, so roll. So that's a
So
yellow, green.
Hmm?
And what's her? Is it just 1 purple because we're within melee of each other, basically?
melee is always 2 purple. She has 1 point of adversary, so she is a red and a purple to hit.
So
How do I
red-
get adversary?
So
You
red,
can't.
purple,
Yep, red, purple.
purple. All right, I'm gonna use one of my upgrades here.
Very nice. 2 success and 3 advantage. So you take the first swing and land one, striking clean, catching her in the ribs, and she kind of jumps back and shakes it off real quick.
I'm gonna use my advantage to give her a. Is it a black dice
Yep, black dice.
on her turn? Yep.
Mhm. Yep. All right, her turn. She
She has and also because of my sense, she has another
yeah, she has
black
to-
dice. I think. Yeah.
I think since makes it she has to upgrade her difficulty, so I think she'll have
Yeah.
to go against a red as well.
So Song gets adversary?
I mean,
pretty
do
much.
you have sense?
Ugh.
All right. So her turn. I want to make sure she also.
Ooh, what's
has...
the? Hold on. Look something else up here real quick. Just to make sure I'm using this correctly. Oops. All right. I'm also going to use dodge. Suffer 2 strain.
You do that when
Hold on.
she attacks.
Yep.
So if she doesn't hit you, you don't do it.
Well, no, because it says it upgrades the difficulty of the check by that
Right.
number.
Oh, no.
So it's another 2 upgrade to her attack.
Thanks. All right.
So that's a total of 4 upgrades on her.
Oh.
All right. She's gonna go yellow, green against 4 upgrades. So that's gonna be purple, red. You said 2, yeah, and sorry, it's 3 total upgrades, right? Plus a black die.
Yes.
Okay, so
Plus a black,
that's
yep.
red, purple, black. 2 success, 1 threat, 1 despair. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
All
yeah.
right.
How are you gonna handle the despair?
I know. So she is gonna hit you.
Yep.
She'll land her hit. And she is. Oh, how do I want to spend that despair? Threat and onward.
Apple says them old man moves. It is. It is the old man moves.
You know how it be. All right. Sorry, I'm just bringing up my threat and despair chart. Threat and advantage chart, rather. All right, with a despair, Character's ranged weapon immediately runs out of ammo. That's not applicable. Upgrade the difficulty of an allied character's next check. Tool or melee weapon the character using becomes damaged. Ooh. All right. Or we can use it to... Okay. She is going to fall prone as she takes a swing. She is able to land the shot. You are kind of in a rough position for her, but she to do it, she has to go to the ground, and she does drop down.
While she's on the ground,
prone.
then I just go ahead and tap her on the head for 2.
Well, you'll have to still hit her. She can still defend herself.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Well, I'm going to go in for that for my next hit then.
All right. She is going to use dodge. She has 2 ranks of dodge as well, so you're going to upgrade 3 times on this check.
So, what, do I get any bonuses for her being on the ground?
Yep, you're going to get a blue dice added onto your check.
So I get
her
a
being
blue.
down.
So what am I rolling against then?
The roll against you is going to be 3 checks up, red, red, purple.
Two successes and an advantage.
All right.
Up.
So, yep. While she's on the ground, you clop her on the head once.
And I make the boop sound too. I go boop and then step back.
Huh? And nice. Okay. So, she is going to, on her turn now. My camera's all freeze? Why did everyone's camera freeze? What's going on here?
Make sure that it's not that Discord isn't completely obfuscated, so that OBS isn't like, where did Discord go?
It's all right. Hold up. One sec.
Wait, no, I think it's working.
Wasn't
some
it?
of the cameras have froze. My camera's frozen
That's
for,
weird. Hold
on
up.
yours,
I'm jumping back in. One sec.
but I'm not because like I still see
Now it's
Stompy
good.
chewing. So
All right, it's good. We're good now. So for some reason, it broke for a moment. She is going to use yeah, she's just gonna make an attack at you.
Can you use my 2 ranks of dodge again?
Yellow, yellow, green. Actually,
And sense as well. So that's 3 things. I forget if they're upgrades or black dice or what they are, but
yep. So it's gonna be red, red, purple, purple, or no, red, red, purple again. And this time she is going to use her foresee ability. 3 successes, 2 threat, a triumph, and with 2 light side pips, she can add 2 more successes. So she is going to use her triumph to upgrade your difficulty check again on your next attack.
okay.
So it's 2 to 2,
All right.
and she is back to
So-
her feet and ready to go.
Green. All right. So as we're standing here, sort of eyeing each other down, I goes, "Can you taste them?"
She is clearly focused on something.
And I'm gonna reach into my pocket and take out a cookie and shove it into my mouth,
That's your turn.
and then I will attack.
All right.
All right. So
So you got 2 things coming against you this time.
right.
She is going to use her dodge again.
Mm-hmm.
You have to upgrade your check because of her triumph. And you have to add 2 black die because of her foresee.
Oh,
She has
boy.
seen your attack coming.
So how many of these do I have to do then?
So your roll would normally be 2 purple. We're going to upgrade it 3 times to make it red, red, purple. And then we're going to upgrade it once more to red, 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 and then 2 black. So 3 red, 2 black.
All right, I better use. I'm going to use my last upgrade, and I'm going to use a destiny point.
So is she.
So that's a green, and then a purple.
Yep. Add a green and a purple to it. Oh, that's a great way to get destiny points out of that pool.
All right, come on, don't fail me now.
Fail him now.
Got her. but also got a despair at the same time.
Ooh. What do I want that to be? Okay. You take your swing at her. This final attack, and you caught her. She was not quite in the right position. That said, she happened to be trying to make an attack on you as well. She saw your attack coming using her foresight, and you two both connect with each other. She hits you just in the shoulder as you contact her leg. It is a photo finish. And it is M3 who eventually has to go statement. Upon review, Master Song's blade landed first by a hair. But you did hit her first, and you do win. She kind of like glances over.
I saw a few of my moves in there. You've been watching. You've been learning.
She nods. Yes, as best I can.
Don't worry, a few more years, and you might be able to best me.
M3 does speak up. Statement. In actual combat, you would have wounded her leg, and you would have a blade in your shoulder. But yes, you did beat her.
All right, now for the second match, Jorah, if you would join me.
Jorah's like, don't know if you know this, but I don't fight with lightsabers typically. But sure. All right. Jorah enters.
And Stompy, if you could, please. And I toss the training saber to Stompy.
Oh no!
Oh, this is bad.
Stompy catches the training saber. Just looks at it. Throws it to the ground.
I'm gonna put my hand on Jorah's shoulder and whisper to his ears or into his ear. Not about strength, about speed. Don't stop moving.
Jorah does not seem phased as he enters the sparring ring.
Stompy's gonna take his light axe and ignite it, and just lightly press it into his arm to give himself one wound.
All right. Admittedly, Jorah's a little intimidated by that.
I'm gonna be honest, I think everybody's a little intimidated by that.
Jorah looks around like, what?
Is M3 just clapping?
If he looks back,
shit.
even Strong has a bit of like a worried look on his face.
1 sec.
M3's just like, bravo, bravo.
I have to get.
No, Dolvik,
Jorah's stat
Raven,
block up now.
Raven
Not
did
at all.
not take the bet, so Katra did not lose any credits.
That is true.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not taking that bet.
There is. All right. There
Do
All
I
right.
need to step in and save Chicken Nuggy Boy?
Chicky nuggy boy.
Jorah, as Jorah takes their spot in the ring, they toss the training blade aside and just put their fists up.
Oh,
Stompy does likewise.
Oh, Song looks impressed already. Okay.
All right. You're both well aware that the fight is coming, so cool presence will be.
Whoa!
forthcoming.
Wait! What? Oh, I'm caught off guard.
you stabbed yourself.
Oh
You're not that caught off guard.
Preemptive strike.
That's yellow, green, green for Jorah. All right, Jorah goes first. So Jorah puts his fists up and is going to go for it. Your defense is normally 2 purple. Anything else I need to be worried about?
Probably not. I'm throwing my standard enhance into brawn.
Excellent. All right, you don't have any force powers to worry about on Jorah's end. They are just a Mando.
Or do you?
No, I did not make him force sensitive, as tempted as I was.
You can't make every Mando force sensitive.
That's why I didn't do it.
Gary, a Mando with Heelys and chicken nuggies that can use the Force.
That's correct.
Hope he
Actually-
uses his Heelys to dodge.
Hold on, before we get into this,
Mhm.
Can me wounding myself can that do something to like intimidate him?
Yeah, I'll have him make a
Because I have a thing called intimidating, which says can suffer a number of strain to downgrade difficulty of coercion checks or upgrade difficulty when targeted by coercion checks by an equal number.
So this would be a fear check, is what this is called.
Okay.
And that goes against discipline will. You're all going to learn about fear checks when you meet Revan. Congratulations. All right. So he has 2 yellow against I'll call that a difficulty 1 fear check. 2 failures and 2 threat. All right. So for that punishment, he is automatically going to take 1 failure on every roll until he passes the check.
Nice.
Because he's intimidated. Because fighting a Wookiee is one thing, but now the Wookiee's just like, yeah, I'm gonna burn myself before we practice fight, and he's like, I might be about to die.
I'm gonna go over to Katra and be like, 100 credits on Jorah.
She glances over and nods. I don't know. I taught the kid how to fight.
Really?
I did. Well, partially. I partially trained him for a couple of years.
Was that a no then?
That's a no. She's not going to bet against Jorah.
Raven's gonna lean over. So, did you teach him the part about challenging a sniper while she's behind cover above you?
Oh. Katra looks over like you just smacked her across the face. Like, bitch. All right. Yellow, Jorah rolls yellow, 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 green, green. And Stampaka, you are caught off guard as Jorah launches forward deceptively fast and starts to unload.
He's using them Heelys.
Yeah. He Heelys over. No. And starts just to unload shots to your gut. Not aiming for the head as one would expect. Jorah seems to favor going after the ribs.
Can I know this is kind of weird, but can I use parry to kind of deflect that at all or no?
Usually that goes against a melee weapon, but let me see.
No, it just says when hit by a melee attack.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see. Can you parry brawl in SWRPG? I think you actually can.
It would make sense in at least hand-to-hand combat where you can kind of like push their.
You have to be wielding a lightsaber or a melee weapon to do it.
Oh, okay.
So if he was trying to punch you and you had your lightsaber out, yes, you could.
That's fair.
But with fists, no.
Okay.
So he's gonna start laying into you, and yeah. Are we going to best of 3 or first to 3 again, or are we go until one of us goes out?
Oh.
Well, nothing was agreed upon before we started fighting, so I think it's just until one of us goes out, or until one of us gives up.
Until one of us gives up or is punched out. Fair enough. So then I need to give you the damage.
Okay.
As he starts laying into you, damage on unarmed weapons is your brawn plus your number of successes. And he rolled how many successes?
4, but he gets a -1 because of a failure.
Because of failure, yep. So that's going to be, he has a brawn of 3 plus results, plus 3 more. So he's going to hit for 6 and a crit. Now, he's not actually going to crit you, so he'll just use it for an extra success. No, he'll use it to give you a upgrade on your difficulty.
Okay.
So, yep, 6 damage.
Okay.
Go ahead. I will remind everyone, this comes as strain. Technically, when you fight hand to hand, you fight and you punch with strain. So.
Oh, so I'm straining?
Yeah, you're straining for 6.
That's not good. Very weaker in that aspect.
Oh.
Are you sure we can have these many wounds?
Hold up, one sec. I know that's how it works for Katra.
Oh, but hold on. I have a soak
No.
of 6.
Well, fair enough then. That doesn't hit you for anything.
Whew.
Uh,
How do
and
you
actually,
get soak again?
it does go against you. It's your soak is your brawn plus your whatever your armor gives you.
Okay, so I actually have a soak of 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof, that's gonna be real rough for him. Maybe I should have him do the crits. Oh no, I can't. He didn't deal any damage, so he can't even land the crit. All right, your turn.
All right. Well,
his soak is only 3 because he has no armor on.
So Jorah is just like going, like punching Stompy in the ribs, and Stompy is just like completely unmoving. And Stompy just raises both of his arms up in the air and just slams down on him, making a brawl attack.
Yep.
For
difficulty is going to be against a red and a purple.
And it's just going to be a yellow, green, green. And I'm going to use my second force die to... Oh, fuck, I'm not even typing in the right thing. Okay. Yellow. Sorry, this is so hard. Green.
No
White. And then you said it's a red, purple?
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me a black, didn't he? Or no?
He upgraded you. That's why you have a red, purple.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, he's just normally a purple?
Yep, that's all he is. He doesn't have adversary.
Oh my gosh. All right. So Stompy Smash. Oh, but I'm going to use that dark force side to make one of to give myself an auto hit. What is it? An auto success.
What?
I'm using enhance. Right?
Oh. So the enhanced tree on Brawl, it's going to cost you a strain, a conflict, and a destiny point.
And a destiny point?
Yep, to use dark side points, that's what it costs.
Gosh.
You have to spend 1 destiny point to be allowed to do it, and then a number of strain and conflict equal to how many you're using.
Okay, it just says that you can spend light or dark. You always have to spend a destiny point for a dark.
Yep, if you want to use dark side points, unless you're dark side aligned, in which case you can only use dark side.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna spend that.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, I hit him.
Ow. All right, and what is so your brawn is 6 right now?
My brawn is 6.
So you bring your fist down on his back. He has a soak of 3. You bring, and he feels that. He drops down to his knees as you just lay into his back, and he knocks the wind out of him for a moment. He's like,
there's a collective ooh.
You he and then kind of like punches the ground as he gets back up.
He also takes I do +1 damage with brawl and melee attacks when I have a wound.
Okay. So
because
4.
of my Wookiee rage.
Got it. So 4 instead of 3. His turn. And he is going to take another attack. However, he is attempting to grapple you, having decided that landing punches is not super effective.
Oh, that's...
He succeeds in getting the grapple. However, to actually grapple you, you two have to make a contested strength check.
Oh, Jorah, what are you doing?
Hold on, that's not a word we have in Star Wars. What's strength?
Well, brawn. Sorry, contested brawn check.
Okay, contested brawn check.
So here's what we're gonna use. The way this works is it is going to be his brawl against your brawl. I would say, yeah, your athletics or brawl, whichever one you want to say. Do you want to try and kind of move out of the way and like dodge it, or do you want to just try and overpower him?
Definitely overpower him.
So it's going to be
Just
his.
fuck it.
What is your brawl roll?
My brawl
Yep. 'cause
roll
that's going to be his difficulty.
is yellow, yellow, green, green, green.
So that's going to translate to red, red, purple, purple, purple.
Wow, that's a terrible idea.
Well, I mean, he
It's
has
gonna
3
get
yellows and
yeeted
2
across
greens,
the
so
room.
all right. Yep. 1 success and 1 threat. So he's going to take a strain, but he does succeed in grappling you. He basically kind of like kicks up off your arm and gets onto your back and gets his arm around your neck and just starts squeezing.
Okay.
So I want you to take 2 strain
Sure.
as he starts to cut off your oxygen. And on your turn, on every turn, you may make a contested brawl to try and throw him off effectively.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him ride a Wookiee. That's ridiculous. And I could just keep on trying the enhanced thing, right? Like it,
Mhm.
doesn't cost me. Okay.
No, it doesn't cost anything to try.
Okay.
As long if you have the if you roll the force points, you're good to go.
Okay.
So to the contested check to get him off, your difficulty is going to be 3 red and 2 purple.
3 red, 2 purple.
Yep, that translates to his 3 yellow, 2 green brawl.
Oh, okay. Okay.
4 successes, 6 successes. Take 5 strain.
That was really hard.
Yeah. As you're trying to work him off, he is just squeezing tighter and tighter and really getting that air supply down. But you do eventually hurl him across the room as you finally get him. That's going to be so your brawn is 6 plus 4 successes is going to be 10. He heals 3 of that plus 1 for your Wookiee rage, so that's going to be 8. You hurl him across the room and he crashes through the workbench that's down there, where you all got your tattoos a few sessions ago, and he crashes through it, and you hear him go, "Oh!"
I'm just gonna let out just a giant roar, which is in gaming terms a second wind as an incidental, and then I'm just gonna start running towards him.
Oh boy,
And
his
it's his
turn.
turn. Yep.
It's his turn. So he kind of finally, it takes a moment, but he rolls over onto his stomach and starts forcing himself back up again. I will point out, he has 13 wound threshold. He is at 11 right now. And as he sees you coming at him, he's going to go for another grapple.
Okay.
First, I got to succeed on the attack to even be allowed to try. Yellow, 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 green, green, purple, purple. Yes. And now he's going to go against your abilities, which is 2 purple, 3 purple, 2 red. And I'm going to spend a banked upgrade to upgrade my check.
Ooh, how about that? See,
I know.
I'm getting light side, you guys.
Yeah, there you go. You're actually I'm setting one of my personal banked upgrades, not a dark side point.
Not a distance.
He doesn't use dark side points. He is not dark side.
Oh, that's
This is one of my personal banked, but you're cutting into my stash of them, which isn't great.
okay.
Not for me anyway. 4 strain. Okay. He's going to take 4 strain this time because there's a fucking Wookiee running at him, and it's the most terrifying thing he's ever seen. But, however, as you come running at him, he goes low this time. He's well trained. He goes low and kind of elbows out the back of your knee to put you back down onto the ground and launches over onto your back and just resumes clutching at your throat. So it's going to be 2 strain. How close are you to your strain threshold?
I am at 9 strain, and my threshold is 13.
All right. This is a very close fight then. Your turn.
Okay.
Extra.
Do I have to be ungrappled to attack him, or can I just attack him?
You have to ungrapple first to be able to attack him.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and ungrapple then.
Yeah. The nice thing is if you succeed on the ungrapple, it's basically your attack because you're going to throw him.
All right. I'm going to spend a destiny point to give myself an upgrade for yellow, 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 green, green, using enhance, and I'm going against what is it?
3 red, 2 purple. Song, make a difficulty 2 perception check for me.
Oh. I think that's just green, or
Ooh.
no, I have a yellow.
So luckily you can spend those light side for successes.
Okay.
I got
And
one
I-
advantage.
All right. As this is happening, Song, you notice that Sifu is way more invested in this fight than you would have expected her to be. She is watching with interest.
Also, because I am just very enraged at this point because I'm nearing my limits, can I also use Embrace My Hate
Oh my god.
to just literally chuck him like at the wall? And unfortunately, it's like at a corner. It probably hurts pretty bad.
Sure.
Okay. That's another destiny point.
That'll increase the damage by 6.
Good thing with that.
Another NPC down during downtime.
Okay. Yeah. You with your triumph and your successes, your 2 successes, and your embrace your hate, you haul up to your feet with him still on your back, reach over and grab the back of his head and lean down and hurl him across the room, where he bangs off a cargo box, cargo crate. And I need you to roll a D100 plus
Uh-oh.
40.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. How do I do that?
Frederick's his child.
Comedy.
Crit
Like
exclamation point, crit plus 40, space plus 40.
I have lethal blows. Should I make that more?
Yeah, how many lethal blows do you have?
I think just one.
Just
why
one?
are you trying to
Make
kill
it a
Jorah?
plus 50. All right, well, you rolled a
Supposed to
12,
be
thank
like-
God.
Slightly dazed.
Okay, so, yeah, he
Regardless,
bangs...
when he hits the ground, I'm still gonna run over and like put my hand up, like, all right, Stompy, all right, and like
So-
grab him by the shoulders, like, are you all right?
He flies across the room and bangs his head off the edge of a crate and just goes to the ground, unconscious. He
All right,
is
I go over and
out.
I kind of slap him a little bit. Jorah, give him a shake.
Nope.
M3.
M3 walks over. Dejectedly, I will prep a med bay. And
All right, I lift him up and take him up to the med bay then.
Sifu looks incredibly concerned. And she's just kind of like peeking over. Is he dead?
He's not dead. He's not dead. He fought a Wookiee, but he's not dead.
And yeah, you take him up. He does not wake up today.
Oh.
He is out. That was a nasty hit to the head. He has a very large laceration across his head that has to be fixed.
Whoop. Sorry. More
Uh,
intense when it's.
I
with
just
your
kind of
hands.
shake my head at Stompy, like, come on, man.
It's sorry I lost myself. It's more intense with hands than it is lightsabers.
Katra looks incredibly disappointed. She's like, you know,
He gave him a run. No, he gave him a run for his money.
I know, but do you know what how much money I would be able to make training people if I said I could train you to beat a Wookiee? Do you know? Oh,
In hand to hand?
You know what? You might still be able to make a decent amount knowing you can train someone to survive hand. He grappled a Wookiee.
yeah. Listen, the kid's got guts. I'll give him that.
All right, I'm gonna go make him some cookies. I point to Sifu. Stay out of the kitchen.
He puffs. She'll walk over to Raven, actually. Well, that was something.
Yeah, Raven's just kind of stunned, like, the fuck did I just watch?
An attempted murder.
Zombie.
No, listen. We all know the risks when we get in the training ring. I'm sure Jorah won't think twice of it if he can remember it.
That might be.
Raven.
Hmm.
What do you know of Jorah?
Not a lot, really. Just mostly who his dad is and his personality.
He doesn't behave like his dad.
No, he doesn't.
He kind of blushes and then just nods. All right, well, I'm gonna go.
Or even just gives her like a knowing smirk.
She's like, no, it's not like that. Shush. I don't want to hear it from you.
Sure, it's not.
Oh, kiss your wife, and she leaves. A lot of song vibes coming from her right now.
So not that we have to like role play it or anything, but the next day when he wakes up, I
Yeah.
would invite Sifu in with him as well. Have a tray of fresh cookies. Break out a secret stash of Corellian fine wine that I have.
Ooh.
And just kind of spend some time with the two of them. Probably, I don't know, exchanging stories of, hey, what the fuck is it like training to be a Mando nowadays? Because this is what it was like back in my day.
Okay. We don't have to roleplay it like you say, but I want to, as you're talking and as Jorah shares more about himself, it becomes increasingly obvious that the person you met in the restaurant a week ago is a character. This is a character that Jorah has crafted for himself for reasons who knows why. But when he's actually just out of armor and being himself, very different person. Not much of a peacock. Very quiet, very meek.
At some point, I would let him know that you need to be more of this guy and less of the guy who came in and interrupted our dinner in Space Olive Garden.
He kind of glances. Oh, I apologize. No one ever wants me to be this guy. Everyone wants the other one.
Well, those people are assholes. I mean, we're assholes too, but we're honest about it.
Yeah, listen, I'm not good at this. My dad is. Well, you met him. That's what a member of Clan Saxon's supposed to be, and that was never me. So, just tried to find someone to model myself after who was kind of different, but he seems very embarrassed right now, as Sifu is like, "Did you? What do you mean model yourself after?" And he looks down and goes, all right, so there was this story I used to like who had a main character I thought was really cool, and I based myself on him. She's like, oh my god.
Song just nods and laughs to himself.
Ugh. Anyway, he looks over and sees that Ozzy has finished up his armor. It is, as I said before, it's kind of an off cream color, with a slightly more angular slant in the front. One thing, lore check, lore 2.
Fuck. Probably not gonna get this one. Oh shit, I did! I hurt myself doing it, but I did.
Thinking
It's,
is hard.
Thinking hurt! No, hold on. Is this gonna be a cringe detail? Because that would explain the strain.
I wouldn't say it's a cringe detail. I certainly wouldn't.
Okay.
It's a very feminine set of armor.
Huh. Why was that a lore?
Just to know
Check
the difference between like what a masculine and feminine set of Mandalorian armor would look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, Mal, I don't think Jorah's gonna give it to Sifu.
Okay, so yeah, that would be it. I have accepted Jorah into our extended family of misfits.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyone else have anything before we arrive on Terrace?
Would making those grenades have taken up the whole time?
Yes. This is a pretty intensive project for you and Amara.
Well, when I get them done, I wanted, since I made 4 of them, I'll distribute them out to. I'll give one to Song and one to Raven.
What's this?
This is an anti-shell grenade. It's Amara had created those devices. Had created devices for the brain that allowed, basically, God, can't talk.
Well, you were up for 2 days working on it.
Yeah.
All right, so how do I use it? Is there a pin? Do I
Hard to
press
explain.
something?
It's basically an EMP. I'll explain how to activate it. Do not activate it now.
Is there a way to deactivate it after you've activated it?
I don't know.
Well, did you design it into that?
Amara comes out and says, "There will be in future models. However, this is kind of the rushed version. So
Okay.
yeah,
Just
don't
gonna mess
activate it
with
until
our
you're
gear
ready
too,
to
or
use
no?
it."
Basically, it will be most useful for Revan's forces, who generally will have the implant that this will disable in their brain.
It's very short range, so you need to actually attach it to them. It is a sticky bomb.
Okay.
However-
What's the range on it?
Probably not more than a meter or 2.
So if we're using it, we're probably only using it on one thing at a time.
Yeah, we didn't want to make it any bigger for fear of shutting down your arm or everyone else's weaponry.
Oh fuck! Would it do that?
Yeah, if an ion blast goes off, your arm's turning off.
Ah, damn it.
That's why I was laughing when I was like, I want to make an EMP bomb, but Song literally just got a cybernetic arm.
It's almost like classic Flesh and Blood's not so bad.
You know what? Give yourself another 20 years and then come tell me that.
You saw my mom, right?
I mean,
No comment.
we watched her die. Sorry, what do you want? Her heart literally gave out on her in the middle of a fight.
That's why Song was just like,
Her
you know,
arm
I'm
was
gonna-
fine though.
You know what? But her arm was not the problem. You're correct. Her arm was not the issue in the end.
You know what? Yeah, that's the
Wow.
unfortunate thing about age is it's indiscriminate and random.
Yeah.
As a sniper, I hope your eyes don't go first.
All right. If there's nothing else for our time on the Razorback, I have a couple things that I wanted to drop for you guys. Raven, on the second day of the trip, as you're actually not too far out from Terrace, you get a holo message that comes in from Fiera Rook, who is one of the former leaders of Grey Wolf, who served under Shige. And she informs you that her and the other former leaders, Jochen Visla and Mai Saxon, have both agreed to reform Grey Wolf, and that they have already made out for Terrace to begin bringing Grey Wolf's headquarters back online. It's been mothballed for the last 3 years because, well, y'all went home, so there's no real need for it. However, they're going to go bring it back online. She does inform you that Lana Mudhorn was caught while trying to instill some chaos in Clan Mudhorn and get more of them to join your side, and she was summarily executed. No trial.
Aww. Do I actually feel bad for a Mudhorn? I do.
However, both Jochen Visla and Mai Saxon were able to escape the planet with a decent number of former members of Grey Wolf who are making their way now to Terrace. In addition, you do get one more message. This one is not just a message, it is an actual call that comes in. It is from Mia Visla, whom you so recently saved from a gun put to her head.
I'll take it.
As she appears, she nods. Mandalore Visla, it is good to see you. I'm glad to see that you made it off the planet safe.
Well, thanks to some people practically dragging me away.
Good that they did. More of the hierarchy of our people was ready to turn tail than we thought. They're already talking of of signing a peace treaty with the Sith. Seems they're content to just have the Outer Rim and call it a day.
Oh. They actually believe that.
They tire of war, which I know is a weird thing to say about our people. But I think some peacetime after such a large conquest has sated their appetites. And now they believe they will get peace. What they will get is slaughter.
But I've been trying to tell them for the last 3 years.
Well, many Mandalorians are still on your side. And when you need us, call. I'm sure many of us will answer. They know to listen for the Grey Wolf's howl.
Of course.
And for what it's worth, I'm sorry about Katra. I was angry too. And I think I let that make a decision for me.
We're both in the same shit now, so.
Well, she kind of like looks around. I had best go. If they find out that I am still harboring loyalties to you, I will be of no help to you later. So, best of luck to you, Amanda.
You as well.
And she'll hang up. Okay, that is all I have for you on the Razorback. You make your way to Terrace.
Making my way.
Making my way. You haven't been to Terrace now since episode 1 was the last time we were there. Last time you were there, it was under a massive lockdown. There was Mandalorian ships everywhere. That has changed. Terrace now is much more like it was. Apart from a decent Mandalorian presence as you're guarding the Outer Rim from a possible Sith incursion, it is not nearly what it used to be. Also, the planet is now no longer occupied. It is running as it did before, which is to say shittily. It is mostly run by crime syndicates. However, with the Hutt cartels all but disbanded at this point, save for Crimson Dawn, it's basically run by a series of lesser crime syndicates. There's no real singular power anymore on Terrace, which has its advantages and disadvantages. There's a lot more opportunity than there used to be on Terrace, and there's a lot more just random murder than there used to be on Terrace. So, pros and cons.
Things happen.
Yeah, pretty much. So you come out of hyperspace, and indeed there are a lot of Mandalorian ships in the area. However, they don't seem to hail you as you pass. They seem to be actively ignoring you.
That's probably a better sign than the alternative.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Mandalore? How long do we need to stay here? If we need to make contact with someone, Sifu has mentioned that Raj's ex-wife is here.
Exactly was it we were trying to do here?
You were going here, hopefully, to get word out to any allies that you have left in the galaxy, and ultimately just make your plan for what you're doing next. You needed a place to retreat to, and there's a headquarters here you can use.
It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a hold of. What was Raj's wife's name?
EU.
It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a hold of EU and see what the state of the Mandalores here are, where their loyalties lie. Obviously, being at the center of where a Sith fleet might come out, if they were to come to the Outer Rim, they might have a different outlook on what we're doing than those back home.
Not hailing us seems like a good sign too. But mostly we need to figure out who we still have.
EU didn't. Since I had a good relationship with Raj, I assume my relationship with her was pretty decent as well, right?
It was okay. She always kind of treated you like she saw you as a bit of a bad influence on Raj, but yeah, like it's not bad. It's just it was chilly, I would say.
Yeah.
But she would be like you were cordial to each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you want, myself or Sifu could reach out to her, see if we could at least get a sit down going.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
All right. Well, she's not particularly hard to get a hold of. She is one of the highest ranking people in this system right now. She, despite the fact that she was divorced from Raj Rook, she still maintains some semblance of power within Clan Rook itself. She's a lieutenant.
Then yeah, I'd say that I would probably have Sifu do it.
Sifu takes the call in private, not wanting everyone to hear her talk to her mom. But she comes out of her room a couple minutes later and nods. She's willing to meet with us, if nothing else. I told her we would be landing shortly, and she'll meet us in the docking port there.
All right. You okay?
So, she nods. Yeah. Haven't talked to Mom in a bit, but yeah. Good. She knows that I know now, so there's that. But we're just gonna do as we always do and not talk about it, apparently. So
Okay.
she gives a thumbs up. Your ship is able to put down. You have had a dock cleared for you. You didn't ask for one. You didn't radio out and ask for like a hangar to be cleared. You were just radioed in that there is an empty hangar. It's as if someone is trying to put you in off the books. So
That's, again, probably a good sign, or they landed us someplace where they could shoot and no one would ask questions.
yeah, could go either way. And you put down, and indeed, standing outside of the hangar, just at the foot of where your ship's gangway is going to come down, is a woman. You recognize her by her armor as being EU Rook. She wears an almost black set of armor. She does not wear a cape because she thinks they're stupid.
On that, we always agreed.
On that, you did always agree. And she is flanked by 6 guards who are with her. She nods, though, as you start descending the gangway.
And I call out to her, EU, it's nice to see you. You'll also be glad to know that I have talked Sifu out of the cape-wearing business.
Sifu just looks at you. You gave me a cape!
But you no longer wear it. And I just pat her on the shoulder.
Like, ugh. EU just kind of looks at you. And she approaches. And she puts her arms out and pulls you into a hug song.
Oh, yeah, okay. I give her a hug back and
She nods. It is good to see a familiar face.
I'm sorry to hear about Raj. I know you two have been separated, but it's no easier.
He was a good man and a good leader, but a terrible husband.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I thought you might. But yes, with him gone, and as I understand it, my daughter deposed. She kind of glances at Sifu as if to say, like, the fuck? The members of Clan Rook in the system of Terrace, she kind of looks around at her other people, have decided that until someone comes here and tells us what the hell is going on and who we're supposed to be following, they can go fuck themselves. And
Well,
we're operating independently.
Good to hear. From what I understand, Lika Rook is probably going to need a hand to get her situation in order.
Well, I'm sure she has plenty of people willing to lend her a hand. Whatever. Liku Rook is a treacherous bitch. And if I ever have the chance to put a slug between her eyes, you better believe I'm going to.
Well, they're the ones who ran us off of Mandalore and why we're here now. And, yeah, I blew her arm off trying to do the same thing on a way out.
Oh, okay, I got you. Wait,
Yeah.
give her a hand. God damn it, Song. You haven't changed. Not even a little bit.
Thank you.
Wasn't a compliment.
Um,
Okay.
but
so
anyway,
it's
the
true
one you
then.
should be talking to, and I step aside and push Raven forward.
Mandalore. Or, as I understand it now, just Raven?
Whatever you
Mandal-
prefer, I suppose.
Mandalore.
Not as I understand it. My understanding is that there is a new Mandalore. Mandalore Saxon. And
Right.
I must say
You're right.
that
He
even
took the dark saber from you, didn't he, Mandalore? Nope, he didn't.
you still wield the Darksaber.
I do. Too much of a coward to handle a singular challenge.
She was even willing to take them all on one by one.
Interesting. And yet our people are on the verge of civil war.
Believe me, I'm not happy about it.
Well,
No.
once we remove the Sith threat, then we can deal with those at home.
You are still planning on eliminating the Sith, as you are. 6 of you, 7 of you, 8?
Trying.
Raven found a pack to help us.
You're going to have to find quite a few. They're going to be able to help you with that. Do you know how many of them there are?
Would have probably heard something by now, right?
That's a lot. That's what you know. It's a lot.
Like
Man.
rough guesstimate number.
Yeah, probably 10 to 20,000.
10 or 20,000.
The majority of which are drone and droid operated.
Indeed.
Now, while that may give them the numbers, with enough brilliant minds behind you, they're also a lot easier to take off the board all at once.
Indeed.
And we have a Sith scientist that defected to our side.
Or is spying for the other side.
Oh no. We'd have known. We have a few tricks up our sleeve too.
Awful hard to spy when you're in a coma for several years.
She kind of like narrows her eyes like, I see.
She would not be a very good spy.
Very well. So, what is your plan?
Well, we don't know where the Sith main weapon is. We know where it gets its fuel. So, general idea, go to Ilum, find out where they're taking the crystals from there. That gives us an idea where the weapon is, and hopefully assassinate, I just forgot his name.
Darth Revan?
Revan.
Assassinate Revan or die trying.
The Mandalore people and those who are left of the Republic have two choices right now. You could do what everyone back home is doing and wait to die a slow death when Revan creates a insurmountable force using the Star Forge and just walks them in here through Terrace or whatever way that they have without using the main routes. Or you can join with us, wait for our call, and at least go out in a blaze of glory. Like real Mandalores, he says, rolling his eyes.
Hmm. As you do that song, she looks towards Katra and smiles. Sound familiar? I believe I remember hearing a speech like that out of you once. Katra just kind of gives a sheepish look. Yeah, I was more serious than he is, but yes.
No, that's because I plan on winning.
What is winning at this point? Is
Taking
winning
out Darth Revan and the Star Forge.
exactly. You are all on a suicide mission. You are going to die where you go. But that doesn't mean you can't succeed before you do. She looks back to her 6 guards. If you find the location of the Star Forge on Ilum, radio it to us. We'll be there.
Like, do you
Okay.
sense on her?
You may use sense on her.
I need light side, don't I?
You do.
Oh, let's
Well,
fucking do
sorry.
it.
All right. Yes. Spend a light side point, take a strain, and take a conflict.
Yep. What do I get?
She doesn't believe for 1 minute that you're going to get onto Ilum, get the location of the Star Forge, and get off. That said, she's not being dishonest.
Okay.
If
So
you
yeah,
do it, she'll be there.
I kind of, take a minute to get a read on her. Then I turn to Raven. She's pretty confident we're going to die on Ilum. But when we make it back, we can trust her.
Are we that confident we're gonna survive?
I mean, I am. I got a new arm and everything for it.
All right, then.
We'll send the word.
Oh, damn! I should have sent my old arm to Lika and been like, I figured you could use a spare. Shit! God, that would have been so cool.
I think it was even the same arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. EU nods. About 2 miles that way, there's an old building. It's condemned at this point, although in name only. The building still functions just fine. Enter and go down 46 floors. On the 46 floors down, you will find the former abode of Shije Visla. And with that, she turns and leaves. As she's leaving, she does stop for a moment. Good to see you again, Sifu. If you do come back, she seems to think better of it and then leaves.
My hand on Sifu's shoulder.
Like I say, we were always a little chilly with each other. Anyway. Yep. So you have the support of Clan Rook if you are able to survive Ilum.
Nice. All right, do we want to go
Well,
check out
sorry,
this?
specifically, you have the support of Clan Rook from Terrace.
And on Terrace, yeah.
This group of Clan Rook.
All right, do we want to go and check out your mom's old haunt?
And Raven kind of takes a second. Yeah, let's.
You should probably also radio to your other Grey Wolf supporters, and then those that could come here and see what they can find down there. If there's supplies or information or who knows what we'll find, they might be able to make use of it as well.
There's already people on the way here for that.
All right.
So
we head to the den.
The wolves' den. It is actually what it's called. Anyway, there was a chance that you guys were going to go there the first time you were on Terrace, so actually I have to scroll all the way back up to get the description of this place. Back up to episode 1.
This is called good DMing. Just because you skip over content you planned doesn't mean you can't use it later.
Oh, you know it. All right. You descend 46 floors down the building that she described and arrive in...
Is there an elevator?
There is an elevator.
Okay, cool.
Weirdly,
Jedi?
the elevator only takes you down 45 floors. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be able to go any lower than this. As you step off the elevator, you have to take a stairwell down to the next floor. This stairwell looks like it hasn't been like demolished to be blocked in, but they've definitely made it look like it's out of order.
Well, we making our way down the stairs.
Yep. So you do have to clear some debris and rubble out of the way, and some what you assume to be barricades that were probably erected on purpose. And as you reach the 46th floor down, you find yourself in all the other floors are kind of like an office building where it's got like a bunch of different rooms and stuff. This is a much more open space. The whole floor is dedicated to what looks like a command headquarters. There is a large galaxy map, or what you assume to be a galaxy map. It's not currently turned on, but there's a large holo display in the middle that probably is a galaxy map, because it is. There are computer banks running all along one of the walls, a large communications array that you recognize as having some fucking top-of-the-line equipment in it. This is clearly for sending out encrypted messages and receiving them. Also, there appears to be a elevator that you didn't notice coming down because it doesn't seem to lead up to the same place. It seems to be like it's going to take you out of the building as you leave. Might be a secret entrance of some kind into this area. Below you, the next floor down, the 47th floor down, is a much like the other floors of the building. It's all divided up. These appear to be rooms. The building itself, it's in relatively good shape. It doesn't look like it was demolished any as they left. Just there's tarps over a lot of the equipment, and it's all just been kind of mothballed and shut down for if it's ever needed again in the future. On the north wall, there is a large banner of a black wolf's head on a field of gray.
Room that was like obviously Shige's.
Is there you downstairs? You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can find Shige's room. There. It is unlike a lot of the rooms which have been cleared out. It is much as it was as she left it. It was locked, or not locked, but it was closed off, and there was a plaque put on the wall that said that referenced her as being the pack leader, and that this is where she would rest. Inside, though, a lot of her possessions are still there as they were because she didn't survive the assault on Dantooine. So yeah, there is a room that is hers for sure.
It's probably going to spend some time in there.
Anything in particular you're looking for, or?
I'm not quite sure how to phrase it. Stuff about, like, I guess her life in the 10 years that she and Raven were separated.
What you find is a record of a lot of what she did over those times. She didn't seem to keep a whole lot of her thoughts written down, which is not unusual for her. She was a pretty introspective woman, yeah, even when you were with her. She It is clear, however, that she was pretty damn good at what she did, and she always had the best interests of the people that were in her care at mind, even as they took a lot of very risky missions, and even in times would ally with the Republic, which would have been heresy to a lot of them. In her mind, it was whatever we have to do to keep the pack alive, whatever it takes, and you get a lot of perspective on her kind of mindset over the last 10 years. You do see some star charts that she has been mapping around, trying to figure out where someone is. You notice some that it has a notch near Nalhutta, and then on Mandalore, and then there are a number of other planets that you have visited that she may have picked up a track that you were on. So she may have been looking for you at one time, or she might have been trying to plot out where you might be. Make a difficulty 2 perception check for me.
Oh boy. Sit with me an advantage on perception checks.
One advantage. Okay. You are able to locate underneath her bed. You can see there is a set of Mandalorian armor. It is way too small for you, but you do recognize it. It was once yours, but when you were much younger. This would have been when you were little more than a foundling. It's a incomplete set. It's just a pauldron, boots, and a chest plate. There's not even a helmet with it or any leg guards or anything like that. Not yet. You hadn't earned them yet. but it is one of your older sets of armor. For whatever reason, she's decided to keep that. Yeah. That's what you were able to find.
We're going to be down there a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just processing emotions she hasn't really dealt with in 3 years.
For the rest of you, Raven has gone down to properly mourn her mother's passing. What will you all be doing?
I'd like to find Galvin and Amara.
Sure. Amara has immediately busied herself alongside Galvin, I assume, with getting this place back up and running and turned back on and making sure everything actually works still. When you go over, Amara is currently working on the communications array here, while Galvin is trying to get the galaxy map back online.
Galvi, Amara.
Amara, you just hear Amara go, ha!
So, we're going to Ilum to see if we can't figure out where the Starfort is based on where they would be sending the fuel on Ilum. Do I have that correct?
Yes. The Starforge itself, while what it creates is powered by a star, the base itself still runs on Kyber, and the best source of Kyber, even now, is still Ilum.
And you've been on this Starforge? Sorry, I forget. Revan had possession of it that whole time, or he knew where it was?
Oh, I built it. I rebuilt it.
You rebuilt it. Great. So that means that you know how to destroy it.
Gets a look on her face like, yeah. I mean, I would know a number of ways of destroying it. I mean, I didn't build it to be destroyed. It's pretty good.
I'm aware, but the galaxy operated fine without it, and with it in someone's possession, it would probably only be used for more destruction. So we're very likely going to destroy it.
He doesn't seem particularly pleased.
Yeah. So do what you have to make peace with that, and please share with Galvin what that process is, so that way, in the heat of the moment, if one of us is forced to kill you, Amara, Galvin still knows how to save the galaxy. I'd like to use a little bit of intimidation on that.
Yeah, you better.
Okay. Is there an actual intimidation skill, or would it be
Coercion is what you would use.
skullduggery?
Coercion.
Okay. Damn, I'm not super great at that. What's difficulty for that?
2 red, because that is her discipline will.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, she's been working with Sith, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah. So
Threat and an advantage. Oh, wait, is that a failure?
That's a failure and an advantage.
Failure and advantage. All right. Well, I'm gonna
So she
erase my
kinda-
strain.
So she kind of looks at you. She's not intimidated.
That's fine.
She's gotten way worse threats on a daily basis working for this.
That's fine. The message is still received, though.
Yes. The Starforge can be destroyed, like any ship or station. It does have its weak points and its vulnerabilities. The most obvious of which is that Kyber is a notoriously unstable fuel. It was actually not my first choice of fuel to use. However, it is the one we had the best access to. Unfortunately, you all controlled the outer rim, and therefore I was not able to rebuild it using fuels that would be more plentiful on planets like Bespin. So instead, we used the fuel that we had close at hand, Kyber. A well-placed explosive, say a thermal detonator, near a Kyber supply or a Kyber processing channel would likely do, if not destroy, irreparable damage to the station.
That'll do. If there's anything else you need, be sure to let us know.
Security
Galvin,
on the station.
You good?
Galvin, like after Amara had started answering, he just went back to working because he's like, she can handle the conversation. I gotta keep working on this because that's just kind of how they operate. Where it's like one person.
Okay. If he
One
just looks like he's focused, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that he's.
Well, he like snaps up when you ask him. Oh, sorry. Like pulls up his goggles. Did you need something from me?
I just want to make sure you're good.
Yeah, we're good.
When was the last time you drank anything or ate anything?
Oh, thank you.
When was the last time you drank or ate anything?
I don't know, like 10 minutes before he did. Oh.
What?
Okay, well, that's a fair point, I guess.
M3.
What time is it right now?
M3, it is your job as a medical droid to not just fix people up, but make sure that they also stay healthy. So set an alarm or do whatever you need to do to make sure that they're eating and drinking, please.
Statement. Your your digestive systems are incredibly inefficient. Maybe we should replace your stomachs with power cores.
You know what? Fine. Find a power core, figure out how to do it. Just make sure that they have energy.
Statement. I will do this. And he walks off.
Oh no.
Amara looks
Need
to
another
you.
murder robot. Okay.
Amara looks to you,
We
Galvin,
need
like, I got a bad feeling about that. M4,
Don't worry.
Will you go oversee M3? M4
worry,
is like, I don't want to go babysit the droid, and grumbles as she walks
He
off.
has told me on multiple occasions he doesn't take orders from me. You're fine.
Well, he might if he likes the orders you give.
That true, Galvin?
Sorry, what?
Don't worry about it. If you find anything interesting, please let me or Mandalore know.
Before you leave for the Starforge, I will have a final briefing for you on the security features of the station.
You're
I'm
not
quite
coming with
proud
us?
of them. He nods. I'll go with you, but I assume you'd want to know beforehand.
All right, fair enough.
That said, if I have the option to not go with, I would prefer that because there's a lot of people on that station who want me to die.
Well, you'll be in good company then.
Great. Stellar. He goes back to working. While you're all once you get the communications array back up, Jorah looks around. If we don't mind, I should reach out to the Queen of Naboo. I could probably get her fleet to come and to help us.
Not a bad idea. I think Galvin's working on getting the communication array up, so go let him know. He'll let you know when you can make that call.
Buckle up. So he goes over. Galvin, is the communications array usable?
That was like, I don't know. Is it, Callie?
Roll to see if it's
No, it wasn't really damaged. You're just really bringing it back online. So yes, it's usable.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think I got it here. Should be good to go.
Great. He you see him kind of like psyching up, like trying to like get into himself for this. Oh boy. He lets his hair back down and puts on a
Wait, hold on 1 second before you make that call. And over the comms, Sifu, could you come in here?
Please don't. He looks at you. Please don't. I don't want her to see this. Please. Sifu does enter, and he just like, oh.
Jorah's about to get us some major Naboo forces to help. It's a big moment. He's a war hero over there, remember? Now that I like you, this is only going to get worse.
He rings through, and indeed, his call is taken almost immediately. On the screen, you see a woman, probably in her early 20s. She has blonde hair, and she looks very excited. Oh, is it Jorah? Oh my gosh, it is you. You know, I still haven't heard back on that wedding proposal. And Jorah just kind of has a 1,000-yard stare of his own for a moment, where he's like, "Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. I was told that my father would reply, as is traditional in our clan." He seems to be making stuff up as he goes. Yes, well, Dora, what are you wearing? And he looks down at his new set of cream-colored armor and is like, "Oh, yes. Do you like it? It's brand new. It's the latest fashion." She kind of like, "Mm, I don't know. I think I prefer the purple on you. What was the flower that you had on there?" He goes, "Oh, you mean the Antesian rose? Yes, of course. Yes, the Antesian rose is of course known as one of the most potent aphrodisiacs in the galaxy."
Oh my god.
She seems quite pleased at that response. He's like,
What's Sifu's reaction to all of this?
Sifu is just, he's not enjoying this, not even a little bit.
I put my arm around her and pull her close.
Anyway, I'm sorry to reach out to you like this. Unfortunately, circumstances are very dire. Oh my gosh, yes, I heard. I know I heard about the on Mandalore, the coup. Dreadful. I cannot believe such a thing would happen. I know. We did our best to fight them off, but I'm afraid our forces now dwindle as we set forth the face against the Sith. And you see a look of realization come over his face. I'm sending you this message to let you know that without my great fleet at my back, I'm bound for a suicide mission. It is one from which I will likely not return. And she looks devastated. She's like, "Oh my, no. No, that, you can't. You should come here. You'll be safe here. No one would dare attack us on Naboo. I'm sorry, my queen. I cannot. I am needed. These good people are intent on freeing us, and I would be outside of myself, without honor, to not assist them." He nods. "Very well then. Then come here, and I will provide you with a fleet that you can take back and help them." And he kind of gets like, well, I could just radio you coordinates of where we're going to go when we know." And she gets an almost Cheshire-like grin on her face that says, "No, I need to see you one more time before I send you off with my fleet." And he just looks down. Yes, thank you. That is very kind of you. I will be there soon." And she smiles big and says, "I'm looking forward to it." And she hangs up. Jorah looks like he has aged 30 years in the span of a conversation.
I'm gonna go up and put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "Look, sometimes we have to make sacrifices in time of war. Yours will not be forgotten. Go get him, Rose." And I give him a pat on the back.
He just looks miserable as he walks over to Sifu. Sifu glances at him. "Am I to assume then that you won't be a virgin for our first time together?" And and he turns bright red and is just like, "That is not going to happen. I have no interest, thank you very much. I am going to go. I am going to present myself and get this fleet, and I promise you I will be back before you attack the Starforge. I swear it." And she nods. "I don't know why, but I think I believe you." And she pulls him into a hug and sends him on his way. And yeah, that's the last we're going to see of Jorah for a little bit. When you see him
And
next,
as
he
he
will
heelies
either have
away.
become a man or a woman. We shall see. Yeah. In addition, while there, Raven, as you're taking some time in Shige's room, Katra appears in the doorway. She looks around. "Yep, this looks like what her room would look like. I'm surprised. I would have thought there'd be more battle maps."
Yeah, those are all upstairs.
That is fair. Are you all right?
It's one thing to think you've dealt with it, it's another to walk into a bedroom 3 years later.
Yeah. He caught me off guard. I thought I had convinced her to join me, and then it would all be good. But she was as crafty as ever. I could not have married into a better mother.
Raven's just gonna kind of nod.
With your permission, I am going to leave for Nalhata now.
Probably best that one of us survives this.
I do not intend on missing the final fight, but I intend to bring as much of Crimson Dawn back with me as I can. If you can handle yourself on Ilum, I will go and get as much of Crimson Dawn to join me as I can convince, and I will return to wherever you tell me to go. Or, if you prefer, I could just stay here.
As much as I'd want to, it's really not about what I'd prefer at this point.
Very well. Well, one way or another, it would seem my destiny is with Nalhata. Are you sure you didn't, like, kill someone there and you have, like, bad karma?
You know that story.
She gives a smile. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't know if Crimson Dawn will still listen to me, but with any hope, with any luck, they will. And I will have at least some ships to aid in our suicide mission.
Gonna get up affectionately, yeah.
Yeah. Affectionately do something that you can comfortably describe while your girlfriend is there. Got it. Understood. Yeah, after a nice shared moment, she will leave for Nalhata. And
I give her an affectionate "Don't die" as she leaves.
she gives you an affectionate middle finger as she leaves. All right. Is there
I
anyone
find
else that you want to?
Please.
Yeah, Anaris song has sought you out.
I will go to him.
Are you just like, meditating here, or doing like some force thing? Like, what are you?
Probably
out of
meditating,
character.
trying to get my bearings.
Okay. In that case, when I find him, I will come sit next to him and try to mimic the thing.
You're trying to meditate?
Yeah.
All right. I need you to make a discipline will check for me.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna be aware that he's sitting there. I'm gonna just open one eye and go. Don't want to hold my hand, huh?
I grab his hand. Will that help at all?
Only if it helps you.
No, I'm asking GM. Does that help at all?
No.
What's the diff? Is there a difficulty on this?
No, there's not.
Okay. To advantage.
Song. As you settle down next to him and start to mimic what he is doing, for a moment you feel that you reach out in the force. And as you do, you see what must be the Starforge. It is a massive orbital platform with a large ring around a central spire. And in that ring, there are ships that are being constructed as if they are being printed off in it. It's building 8 at a time. And out the top of this massive spire, there is a line of energy of plasma connecting from the tip of the spire to a nearby star that is slowly glowing more and more dim red. And you awaken after you see it.
Holding your hand did help. I don't think that this meditation thing is dumb or silly. I actually did it quite a bit in my line of work prior to, where we are now, I guess. Revan used to be your master, right?
A very long time ago.
What was your relationship like?
In the beginning, it was fine. I mean, I was brought at a young age, and he taught me all the basics, and everything was fine until one mission we were separated, and he was lost for quite some time until just reappearing, and nothing satisfied him. There was nothing but rage and anger, no matter how many times you tried to reason with him. He stood up against the Grandmaster and just... I don't even remember if he won or lost, or if he was exiled or banished. I thought he was dead.
Well, he's killed a lot of people since then.
He has.
What are your plans when we face him?
He has to be stopped. There is no good in him anymore.
You sure?
I don't think there ever was, ever.
All right. Stand up and just kind of give him a firm squeeze on his shoulder and walk away.
All right. Is there anyone else you want to try to reach out to? This is going to be your opportunity to try and recruit some allies for the final encounter. Trying to build up those war assets.
Did M3 come back with sandwiches or power cores?
M3 came back with sandwiches and 2 power cores and a laser scalpel.
Oh, okay.
Hey, out of character, I do have a quick question. Have we done anything about the list?
Not yet, no.
Okay,
A
I didn't know if
list?
we were going to do anything with the list, or is that for post-story, pretty much?
It could be. I would say probably for post story at this point.
Okay.
I don't know who you're gonna. You have to recruit some people real quick.
Right. Okay. Well, no, we'll say that it seems like more of a post-story objective.
Yeah,
so-
they're all younglings, so yeah.
Right. Right.
Are the Jedi Rangers going to be part of the battle, or should I try to contact them?
I mean, right now they are serving with the Mandalorian, so yeah, you'd have to contact them if you
Oh,
want to
no,
try and
fuck
sway
it.
that.
In fact, we should probably also reach out. Is it Glora
Josh.
Jost who's still around?
Yep, he's now the Admiral of the Republic. Well,
Yeah.
remains of the Republic.
I think that we should reach out to any allies that we still know of who was part of the the United Peoples of the Outer Rim. Is that what we were calling ourselves?
Yep.
Basically, anyone who isn't the fuckboy Mandos who decided it was a good idea to make peace in wartime, and be like, hey, this is what's going on, so you should probably come hang out with us now.
I'm gonna start writing down a list of people you're gonna send out a communique towards. One being Glora Jost of the Republic. One being God, what was his name?
Jiru?
Jiru, thank you. Jiru,
Aha!
that is correct. That was it. Jiru of the Jedi Rangers.
What about the Wookiee squad?
You could reach out to Wookiee Squadron. Yep.
Yeah, we're reaching out to Wookiee Squadron.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, Wookiee Squadron's probably already flying to Terrace right now. They're like, hell yeah, we're in.
They're probably just following Grey Wolf, I assume.
Ears on the console, the ship's just doing circles.
As soon as they heard Stompy left the planet, they're like, well, we're out.
Is there anyone else you'd like to reach out to?
I don't really have
I
anybody.
mean, Grey
that
Wolf is
I
already
can
on
do.
the way, right?
You've got Grey Wolf. Jorah's going for his connections on Naboo. Katra's going to try and get Crimson Dawn. Do you want to try to reach out to?
Why don't we reach out to the huts? Out of the hut. Oh wait,
We
I
have the huts. Crimson
She
Dawn.
did.
Well, Crimson Dawn, but you could reach out to the remnants of Ruby Eclipse.
Right, who actually I believe I had a contact with because weren't they
You
when they
did.
were escaping from someplace? So yeah, I'll reach out to the Ruby Eclipse then.
All right. So these are all private communiques that go out. They're heavily encrypted messages, so you're not able to actually just talk back and forth. You just send them out
And hope for the best.
and hope for the best. And we'll find out in the final episode who all answers. Okay. So the plan, as far as I understand it, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, is you're going to Ilum. You're going to find out on Ilum where the Starforge currently is, and you're going to go blow it the fuck up.
hell yeah!
Yep. We could also, if blowing it up doesn't work, since it's near a star, we could also just drive it into the star. Which would make a pretty fucking cool sequence.
I will tell you that Amara looks to you and goes, "That will be effective."
Yeah.
It is designed for it's got a pretty good heat shield on it. It doesn't have that good a heat shield on it.
That would
Nothing
also
does.
give us time to escape.
Nothing does except for the Sun Forge. But we don't talk about the Sun Forge because it's garbage. Anyway,
But is that a real thing?
What?
I could tell you no, and then you'd never look it up.
Well, now I have to look it
I'm
up.
already looking it up.
Oh boy. Is it the Sun Forge or the Sun Crusher? One sec.
I
think
said
it's the Sun-
Starforge is a thing.
No, well, Star Forge is absolutely. That's from KOTOR.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, so looking up
sorry.
Sunforge brought up
Sun-
Starforge.
The Sun Crusher is what you're looking for.
All right.
I'm sorry, the what?
Does
Yeah,
it
the Sun
crush
Crusher.
suns?
Enjoy.
Oh, it's that thing.
Yeah.
Why does it look like a giant trash can?
It's a really good metaphor for Star Wars writing at that time.
I don't know. What it
At
says about
that
me,
time,
the first
really?
result I'm getting is an ad for a brewing company.
Hell yeah.
What book was this in?
It was the size of a starfighter, but could unleash destruction on the magnitude that dwarfed even the Death Star's capabilities.
Yep.
How
Ooh,
much
it's
more
only-
power do you need besides
It could
destroying
destroy
a
an
planet?
entire star system by turning suns into supernovas. That's pretty. That's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
pog, though. You have to give it to him.
That's pretty sweet,
pog.
man. And we should get
Oh,
one of those.
that's what he meant by thinking small. We were just blowing up Kyber Crystal. He's gonna blow up a sun.
Oh, I have to agree with Callie. Now I understand why it's in the bad era of writing. It's from Jedi Academy.
All right. So, you all have gotten the headquarters back in line. It is later that night that My Saxon arrives at the headquarters, surprised to see it already turned on. She was expecting that she was going to have to get this place up and running again for people, but she nods and goes over and salutes you, Raven. Mandalore?
I didn't just say the wrong name, did I?
No, Mai is her name.
Okay.
This is the lady I saved, right?
No, that was Mia. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
This is Mai Saxon, who is one of Shijay Visla's personal guard, or was when she was still alive, and a former leader of Grey Wolf. He nods. Well, I see you managed to find the place. It's good. And I trust everything is still in operational order.
Everything we've come across so far.
Good. And they did as they were ordered when they left. Well, I would like to tell you that I have more people than I do, but we got a number, I would say about 95% of former members of Grey Wolf have rejoined, so pretty good. As for people who weren't formerly of Grey Wolf, well, I would say probably about 20% are on our side.
Better than I hoped for, to be honest.
Yeah. Most of them come from Clan Visla. I doubt that's much of a surprise. I would say the fewest come from Clan Saxon. Also, probably not a huge surprise. Clan Rook split pretty evenly, I would say. A lot of them liked Sifu just fine, and a lot of them think who didn't like Sifu think Liku is a backstabbing bitch. Clan Mudhorn is pretty well represented. They seem to join us. Clan Somnus has almost universally, 99.9% has allied with the new order. No surprise there. We're pretty sure they're actually being run by Darth Revan, so great.
Great.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've got as many as I can assembling here, and we'll just be awaiting your target when you have found it.
We'll send word.
Excellent. Then best of luck to you, Mandalore, and everyone.
Thanks. We'll need it.
He nods. Yeah. The core worlds are a dangerous place, and Ilum is a dangerous place even when in the best of times. So, unless anyone has anything else, you're all gonna leave for Ilum.
Yep.
Great. You make the jump. You do not have to set any planets on the in-between. From Terrace, you're able to reach just about anywhere in the galactic core. And Ilum is the planet that you will arrive at. It is a small dwarf planet in the core worlds. I say planet, that might be generous, as at this point it's more like half a planet. Most of it has actually been mined out over many generations. It is basically, imagine a half planet with a good that is kind of hollow in the center now, where a lot of it has been mined away.
Jeez.
The planet itself is covered in almost constant magnetic storms due to the disruption of the core. And what surface there is basically in an eternal blizzard at this point. As such, security on the planet is virtually non-existent. All the security is in space around it, because landing ships on this planet and keeping them there for any length of time is very difficult to do because of the magnetic problems.
Oh, Ilum is where Starkiller Base was.
That is, yes, in episode 7, Ilum was turned into Starkiller Base. I have chosen to ignore that lore because what a waste of Ilum.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
I thought that was just like some random unnamed planet.
No, it's Ilum. That's why I don't know why they wasted Ilum on that. Anyway, not the point.
Do you Ilum in the new Star Wars game, right? Where is that?
You do in Jedi Fallen Order. Yes, you do go to
Yeah.
Ilum. Mm-hmm.
As we get closer, I just say whoever's near, this place would make for a cool, just like giant cannon inside of it, like to hide it from people.
Hard.
Nobody would see it coming.
All of a
That's
sudden,
really smart.
all of a sudden, your ship is attacked and a hole is blown into the hull right next to Song, who is sucked into space.
That's rough, buddy.
I
The
grip hold of the wall with my robotic arm to stay inside.
Unfortunately, the magnetic storms have disabled your arm. No. So yeah, you come out of Lightspeed around Ilum, where you see a massive orbital platform that has been constructed outside of Ilum. And from here, you can tell this is where they are shipping supplies away from this orbital platform. Sampaka and Song. As you arrive in Ilum, no, I'm sorry, Stampaka and Raven. As you arrive on Ilum, you can hear a voice calling to you from the planet's surface. You don't understand what it says, but it is beckoning you forward.
Does it sound familiar?
No.
Okay.
It's just actually it does sound familiar, but you cannot figure out where you know it. It's like a voice you've always known. But it's not Shijie, it's not Katra, it's not anyone you would like be able to tie it to, but you know the voice.
Is it Anakin?
Thank God it is not Anakin.
No, don't worry. I fucking blew his ghost brains out when we were back on
Just gonna kind of look around. Anyone else hear
Felucia.
spooky ghost voice from the planet?
No.
No.
Uh,
Yeah, we need to get down there.
Anaris and
Me?
Stampaka, this actually doesn't surprise either of you. It is frequent when when younglings come to Ilum looking for their lightsaber crystal, many of them say they can hear it even from the atmosphere.
Why isn't Anaris, who is like Grandmaster, hearing anything?
Because he has his crystal.
Oh, it's crystal related.
Yeah, it's your kyber crystal calling to you.
I got a fancy one.
You do have a very fancy one.
All right, that makes more sense then.
The
Gonna
call
look at
of
an
Luke
heiress.
beckons me.
You want to explain why the planet's trying to talk to me? A little weird.
Well, I find it interesting that you hear it, considering you already have a kyber crystal. But as far as Song goes, he's the only one of us without one.
If that's what it's about, didn't Raven just remake her old one?
I would say Raven's kyber crystal is the Darksaber's kyber crystal.
That's true. Yeah.
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 As
And
for
Song,
me,
you don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm happy with what I have. So
Now, you have heard the voice that you're talking about, but yours does not beckon you forward. Yours says terrible things to you. Every time you touch Darth Toxis's lightsaber, it tells you to murder people. It tells you to do unspeakable shit.
I don't turn it on unless I'm going to murder somebody.
Robbie's like, that's fine.
That's good.
Look,
it is very happy with you when you kill people.
This is the only thing that I have of Sune's, and even though it was technically Darth Toxis's, it kind of serves as like a warning. So
Yeah.
Song is actually very happy with it.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
Doesn't mean you can't make it.
Does it tell him to add the souls of the innocent whenever he makes cookies? Absolutely, Mal, it does.
Maybe that's the secret ingredient.
Neighbor, we're out of the souls of the innocent. Next time we land on Terrace, I'll pick some up.
Need more souls.
Song, I am sorry. I did mean to do this. If you wanted to go look, we didn't talk about it, but if you want to go look, you are able to find Cortosis ore.
Oh yeah, I assume we picked up some Cortosis ore then, because I literally just looked through every single item when we were doing our roleplay stuff to spend credits on, and couldn't find shit. So I will spend the 8.6k credits that I have to buy Cortosis ore and give it to Ozzy.
You are 17,000 credits short.
I borrow some from Galvin?
It is 25,000 credits for the amount of Cortosis ore you need.
How much does he need?
25,000 total. He has about 8,000 on him.
For what?
Cortosis ore.
Make what?
It makes armor that repels lightsabers.
Yeah, Boy Scouts broke.
Oh yeah, you can't have that. No.
Are you gonna actually ask me to loan you money?
Yeah, I'll go around the ship and basically say, hey, we found some Cortosis ore that can create armor that repels lightsabers, but I need this much more credits.
We thought about talking to the Sith agent who has a bank account.
To be fair, that would actually intrigue Galvin. So because he doesn't even know how to do Cortosis Weave or anything, so he might be willing to strike a bargain.
Yeah, Galvin, look, you chip in. I'll have Ozzy teach you how to do it.
Yeah, that would be a fair trade.
Okay.
And, goes to transfer the credits and shake on it.
Yeah, shake on it.
All right.
And which arm is your?
My left one. My right arm's my good arm.
Well, wait, which one's your good one? Is your good one your cybernetic arm or your real arm?
Yeah,
both good arms now.
Well, okay. So your left one is the cyborg arm?
Yes, because it was my bad arm. You're gonna try to disassemble my arm?
I can't do that with the I don't have the disassembling.
Oh, okay.
Stuff. So you're shaking with your normal arm?
No, with your cyborg arm, right?
No, I probably no. Since I'm right-handed, I would shake with my normal arm.
Okay, and in that case, then we shake on it, and then I put my hand on your shoulder on the other arm and activate my device.
Song, you feel a weird kind of tingling and all of a sudden your cyborg arm just kind of goes limp and just hangs there.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna punch Galvin.
All
I
right.
just slug him. Like I just kind of look at it for a moment and like shake it, and probably look back over to him like grinning, and then I just punch him.
All right, so you haul off and clock Galvin in the face, and yeah, he staggers back a little bit.
That was a good
it'll,
one.
It'll take about an hour, and then your arm will come back online.
All right.
Meanwhile, Amara is putting an ice pack on Galvin's forehead, and it's just like, was that necessary? Not to talk to Galvin. She's like,
Yeah.
really? You turned his arm off?
It was worth it.
She grins. Yeah, it was.
Classic.
Classic. All right, back to Ilum. So you are currently approaching the planet Ilum. How are you going to try to get down to the planet's surface? Because it is heavily guarded, just not on the surface.
Okay.
There is one port on the surface of Ilum. It's an outpost, and it used to just be where the Jedi would go, and then eventually from there they would set out to get their crystal, and then they come back and leave from there. Now it has been occupied by Imperials and is used for bringing Kyber crystal up off the planet. It's
You
called Port
said
Kybera.
that half of the planet has been mined out, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's basically a half planet at this point.
If we approach from the other side, is that as guarded or patrolled as the actual like planet side surface?
I mean, yeah, they're guarding the planet, so you can't just find your way through.
Well, any ideas, anyone?
Stupid one, but Null Hutta comes to mind.
We could try and do the Nelhutta shuffle again if you'd like.
Now how to shuffle. We're gonna call that the Vizsla maneuver from now on.
There's no. I'll come up with a better name. All right. But everyone, grab your rebreathers. And as I say that, I assume anyone who wasn't here for that is just like, what?
That's just Sifu. Sorry,
No,
Sifu and
Amara.
Ozzy.
And Mara.
And
And
Amara.
Amara.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. There's a lot of people on the ship who are like, "What are we doing?"
Mm-hmm. And specifically, I go, Sifu, come on up to the cockpit.
She hesitantly goes up with you.
And then I radio, is everybody else good?
Amara's not good. She is freaking out. I'm gonna. Do I need to get the? I can get the whiteboard out and show you why this is a horrible idea mathematically.
It worked
Say it.
once.
Say it.
Do you know how probability and statistics works, Galvin? Just because it works once does not make it more likely to work the next time.
Hey,
Yes,
Amara,
I played Final Fantasy 14 and missed a 95% chance 5 times in a row. That's
What does that mean?
Amara,
What?
relax. We're about to make math our bitch, and I cut the power.
That's not how. Oh my god. You can see her like shouting, "You don't make math your bitch, you're math bitch." That's how it works.
What am I rolling for this?
Raven just pipes up through whatever radio. Never tell him the odds.
It was, as last time, it is a difficulty 3 piloting check, and then you'll have to do another one to cut the power back on and and land.
All right.
Is there
So it'll be
anything
way-
we can do to like help?
do we not have to make the buoy this time?
You don't have to make the buoy this time. This time you're just going to drift on by. No one is expecting you to be here.
All right. So sorry, you said difficulty 3, so 3 purples.
3 purple for your planetary piloting check.
All right.
This is where the campaign ends.
Right?
I'm gonna go ahead and use
Traitor.
my upgrade for this one.
Yep.
Didn't we all? Isn't there a way, Galvin? Didn't you give me some sort of bonus as well using some power that you had?
Oh yeah, I used battle meditation the last time we did this, but you kind of just abruptly did it while we were down at the base. So
Fair enough. Here we go.
Oh god.
And a triumph.
All right, so 2 strain.
Yep.
So you are once again, you get it up to speed and you cut the power and your ship just drifts past. No one seems to be any of the wiser. You enter the upper atmosphere, and immediately you realize why this is going to be way fucking different than Nalhutta. There is a humongous magnetic storm going on at almost all times. Make a difficulty 3 piloting check once again.
Do I get anything from that triumph?
Yes. I'm only going to make you upgrade twice instead of 3 times.
So red, purple.
Red, purple.
And I'm gonna use
And
a
we
destiny.
can't like do anything to help.
I'm gonna make use a destiny point as well to make it 3 dark side, 3 red.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use a destiny to just keep it purple, or would I get a yellow?
You get it. You would get to upgrade a green to a yellow.
To a yellow. Okay. And then, is there any way that I could use sense or seek to try and tap into the force to help me with this?
No.
No.
Fuck
right.
y'all.
You did it.
Do your
Well done.
stupid maneuver.
3 red. You
Mara's
cut
gonna be so
you cut the
mad.
power back on, and the ship whirs to life. There is a moment where it doesn't, where the magnetic interference is delaying the ship kicking back on, and you all kind of just fall for just long enough to go, oh fuck. And then it kicks and it catches, and this ship, which has been torn to fucking pieces over the last 3 years with your crazy runs like this, or having to burn at 120% power for 6 days, tearing back across the galaxy, this ship manages to hold together one more time, and you are able to pull up at the last minute and just kind of get onto the ground. You do slide a little bit in the ice, but you come to a stop before anything too bad happens, and you land.
Hooray!
I come back over the radio and go, see? We
Amara-
just made Matt our bitch again.
Amara is unconscious. She passed out. That long extra moment of your stomach dropping, that was enough for her to pass out.
It's just like,
She was done.
Okay.
Sifu is also white as a sheet right now. It's like,
I just reach over and kind of give her a pat on the back and go, we call that the Vizsla song and dance.
you would. Smooth like sandpaper. Yeah, exactly.
I'll have M3 help me carry her to the bed and lay her down so she can.
Yeah. So you are about a mile outside of Port Kybera, the only port on Ilum. Raven and Stampaka, you hear that voice calling to you from the port.
We've landed at this point.
Yep, you are on the ground.
All right. Steps up and gets ready to leave.
You all have to get out some heavier clothes to wear because this planet is basically in an eternal blizzard at this point.
Got my long johns on.
Yeah, Stampaka, you really don't notice. It's cold, but you're like, I'm good. Sifu is freezing her ass off. She thinks this place sucks. You all start the about mile hike to Port Kybera. Unlike the atmosphere, which is very heavily guarded and high security, this place not so much. This place seems to be mostly workers. The people here, they are probably slaves, probably people who are being forced to work here by the Sith. Maybe not all of them, but probably most of them. So a little different than it would have been up on the orbital platform. It is a relatively small outpost that the Sith occupied 3 years ago. It's got a massively powerful satellite dish. That is probably the most noticeable thing about it, is the humongous satellite dish, which Galvin, you recognize immediately. Of course, it has to be that big and powerful because of all the magnetic storms that are here. If it's anything smaller, you would never be able to get a radio signal up off this planet. There's no way. It also has a entrance to one of the last active Kyber mine shafts on the planet, which is on the south side of the town. Outside of that, there are some small dwellings for homes, what looks to be probably a bar or a canteen of some kind, and yeah, a couple other miscellaneous buildings for government work. But
So you said that we've mostly just seen like residents and workers here. We haven't seen any actual like Imperial or Sith.
I'll put it this
influence.
way: yeah, there are Sith troops here, but not many of them. Like there's maybe like they're not droids for one, because droids don't function on this planet. They're people. So
M3 and M4.
M3 and M4 have not left the ship. They have been non-functional not non-functional since they landed. They're not working properly. Everything here is kind of screwed up, and your arm isn't working particularly well here.
Still works.
Yeah, it does still work. It's off. Something isn't right about it.
All right, I blame Gelvin.
So there are some troops. So you can't just be. I wouldn't show your lightsaber to everybody, but
Should we also, I guess, leave, or at least I would leave my Mando helmet and have a cloak that covers the rest of my armor?
You're all wearing cloaks right now. It's
Yep.
freezing. You have to, except for the Wookiee.
Mando
Wookiee does
armor
get some
doesn't have-
attention.
Wait, Mando armor doesn't have internal heating regulation?
It does, but you have to wear stuff over it. Like it's like right now it's probably -30. Like it's real cold.
It's Siberia.
Yeah,
I feel like
Michigan?
Mando
At best.
armor would be fine. Yeah, thank you.
you're in
But
super
anyway.
Siberia.
Super Siberia. We're in Siberia Celsius.
Right. So, where would you like to go?
Well, I look to Raven and Stompy. I assume you need to go to these voices.
Yep.
That's what the voice wants me to do. Don't know if I
Calling
should listen,
voice.
but
Anera, should they listen to the voices?
I did.
Well, let's
Look.
trust in the Force. All things are connected. Maybe we'll find our other answers wherever we find these crystals.
Well, that
I've
sounds
never
like lazy
met a
writing.
voice in my head that I didn't trust. Wise words.
kind of gives
Well.
Stompy a look like,
I mean, they're words.
Which voice told you to throw my boyfriend into a crate?
Voice told
Stumpy
you to
just
stick my
laughs.
gut open.
She shakes her head.
I look to Sifu. Oh, so he is your boyfriend now.
Shut up! He is not. Ugh.
Raven's
mean-
just gonna ignore the, quibbling and keep an eye on, the important people with her sniper as we're getting closer.
Yeah, I'd put the gun away as you get closer.
Well, yeah, but,
Yeah.
when we're really far away, keeping
Right.
an eye on, where roughly they are.
So as you get into town, easily enough, you're mistaken for workers. I mean, the Wookiee especially. They're like, oh yeah, obviously, Wookiee, definitely, slave labor. So yeah, you don't really get a whole lot of hassle, at least not right now. So where Raven, Sampaka, the voice is definitely calling from the south towards the Kyber mine, which would make sense.
Say we go to the Kyber mine to
Okay.
the south.
As you approach the Kyber mine, it is a ramp up that you walk up, and at the top of it is the side of a wall where there is a large elevator built into that would descend down into the Kyber mine. At the top of the mine, currently people are pushing hover carts up and down the mine, bringing Kyber crystals out, which are then going towards the one landing pad built into this town, which is near the large satellite dish. While empty carts are being pushed back up towards the mine. As you start approaching, you do notice that there are armed guards near the top of this mine, and everyone who enters is being checked before they're allowed to enter into the mine.
All right, smart people. Any ideas?
Can they check us given we're outside?
I'm sorry?
How thoroughly can they check us given we're outside?
I mean, they might be able. They're going to want to see your ID.
So there's two of them.
There are 2 guards. Yeah, they have large rifles in their hands.
How often are people going in and out?
I mean, it's a pretty steady pace. There's probably one every 5 minutes or so.
All right. We would just be making trouble for ourselves then if we attempted to. Wait. Can you? What are they wearing? Are they also in like heavy clothes like we are?
Yeah, they're wearing heavy clothes, and underneath it, you can see they've got Sith armor on. You
Alright,
should
the
think
answer
like, you
is
should think like snowtroopers. They're basically snowtroopers.
Yeah. Do we want to go in quiet or do we want to go in loud? Let's answer that question first.
Resident sneaky bastard. What do you recommend?
I mean, I think it would be better going in quiet.
Definitely shouldn't make a ruckus unless we're forced to.
How far from like the city is this mine?
It's in the city. The city is built around it.
Gotcha. So there's no bantas anywhere close by.
Banthas, no. The
Yeah.
banthas. It's a little cold here for banthas.
Well, what's the snow creature?
Oh, you want a tauntaun?
Yeah.
Okay. There are tauntauns on this planet, and probably if you knew where to look, you'd also be able to find a not a Wookiee, a Wampa.
No Yeti. Oh, a Wampa. All
a
right.
Wampa, yeah.
All right. So looking around, there's no tauntauns that we see though.
No, there are tauntauns. Just to your east, there is actually a set of tauntauns on a like a stable, because those are what are helping pull the carts.
Anyone around them?
I mean, just the people who are tending to them. Yeah, not armed security. They're just people.
Right. We need a distraction, is what we need. So the rest of you can head in.
Well, unfortunately, our usual distraction isn't here right now.
Yeah, no, okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go up and start a commotion. Lead them off. You all go in, find what you need to find, and then meet back at the entrance of the city. All right?
All right.
Raven will just nod.
Okay.
Try not to bite it. We
So-
still need you.
So Raven and Stumpaka are going to go into the mine. Galvin and Anaris, what are you two going to be doing as Song goes to make a ruckus?
I think I'll probably go with Raven and Stumpaka.
Okay. Galvin?
I'll also just go with them.
Great. So Song's left to die. Love it. Perfect.
It's fine. He's got sense.
Yeah, he'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Song, what are you doing?
Oh boy! First one, I'm going to commit that force dice to have sense up. And then I'm gonna pick up a large rock or something off of the ground. Walk within a stone's throw of them, but if I can have someplace close that I can like run to or something, that would be nice. So I can like duck behind a building or into a street or alleyway. I'm not sure how big this is. But I'm basically going to, yell something along the lines of, fuck the Empire, terrible working conditions, rah, 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 rah. And I'm going to huck that stone at him.
Sifu looks at you. Would you like my help? I'm real good at hucking things right now.
Yeah, sure. Huck him. Huck away.
All right. So Sifu's going to stay outside and help you.
Yep.
All right. So she is going to ready a force throw with a silhouette 1 rock.
Yep. And then we're going to run in opposite directions, so they have to chase both of us, lose them, and meet back at the front of town.
All right. Roll her 3 white die. Or no, she's 2 white die. All right. She's using dark side.
Fuck.
God damn it, Sifu.
Do it, Sifu.
Just use your arm.
Embrace your hate.
Stellar. But she's going to hurl a rock.
So
I'm like,
much for if Sifu goes dark side, it'll be last week.
You could have just picked it up with your hand.
I'm better
It's
at
a
throwing
big
this
rock.
way. It is a big rock. I'm better at throwing this way. This is a rock the size of a person, I want to point out. It's a silhouette 1 rock.
Jesus Christ.
You asked her to throw a rock. She's throwing a rock.
That's
So,
a
Not a
boulder.
rock, that's a boulder.
so she
Hey.
hurls a big chunk of like ice rock that she rips out and just throws it at them. And one of them goes, "Hey, blast them!" And they start shooting at you as they come hauling down the ramp. It definitely worked.
All right, so yeah, we take off in opposite directions, and then I basically just want to try to like lose them. You know.
Yep.
I don't know if would that be a stealth roll?
No. We'll come back to you.
Okay, well, shit on me then.
It'll be a you're dead roll.
We're going to come back to you. The four of you, Raven, Galvin, Anaris, and Stumpaka, with the guards now clear out of the way, you just kind of waltz on up to there, and you're able to press the button to have the mine cart or the elevator lower you down into the mine. You notice a couple things as you head down into the mine. It gets brighter, and it gets warmer as you head down. It would appear the Kyber crystals down here are providing a measure of heat and warmth. As you descend down into the mine, you can see a number of offshoots of different mine shafts that they've dug through in the years. Mining in ice is always extremely tricky because it's not the most reliable material. However,
And it melts.
And it melts. And however, the people here are experts at it, and they've been doing it for many, many generations. So they have relatively sturdy mine shafts. I say relatively sturdy, which is to say that there's probably only a cave-in once a week or so. It still happens a lot. It's a big problem. But Kyber is one of the most valuable things in the galaxy, and people are willing to put people's lives that they don't care about on the line to try and get it. So,
I mean, I would.
yeah, exactly. Stumpaka would, and that should really tell you all you need to know about it.
No. Chris would.
Oh.
Stumpaka's good.
Fair enough. You descend down into the mine shaft, and you have a number of ways that you can go. And here's the problem. Stumpaka, as you reach the bottom, you hear your voice calling out to you from behind you, and you do see a path that seems to descend down to the south, dropping down further into the shaft. Raven, yours is coming from the northwest, and indeed there's a path there as well.
Suppose the story split up?
I gotta go this way. So Stumpaka offers his fist for a fist bump.
Raven will fist bump.
Meet you back here in a little bit.
Raven will
Is
nod.
Galvin and Anaris here too?
Galvin and Anaris are here. Anaris, at least, and Stumpaka, I guess you would actually know this too. No one else should be accompanying you any further. You are supposed to undertake this trial on your own.
Oh, okay. Galvin, stay here. Anaris, babysit.
Keep us away out, yeah?
Galvin, as they start descending down towards their mine shafts, one of your sensors goes off on your pad. This place is, it's trying to give you a warning. This place is not what you would call seismically stable.
Yeah, that's troubling.
Yeah, that's what the pad says. Oh, this is troubling.
It's fine. I feel very much light destiny with us right now.
Looks to Destiny Pool. Yes, indeed.
Yes, the light is very much with us.
Very strong with you right now. All
You
right.
know,
Let's start with Raven. Raven, you descend down the northwest mine shaft. And as you start to move through, the voice is getting louder. It is calling to you, and again, it's familiar. It's as if you've always known it. You think maybe someone from your childhood, or none of it sounds right, but it's a voice that you know. And as you descend down, I need you to make for me a difficulty 3 coordination check.
I'm good at that one, right?
Probably your high agility. And we're going to upgrade that bad boy, so it's going to be it's going to be a red and 2 purple.
Okay, do I have time to commit a force die to agility?
Yeah.
Okay. So that. What exactly does that become when I commit it? Oh, okay, it just adds another green. 3, 4, 5, 6 green. Against what?
Red and 2 purple. Don't give Raven coordination checks. Got it. 5 success, 3 advantage, and a despair. Interesting.
Ooh.
All right. So you do not slip and fall down this ever deepening mine shaft. However, I need to make a roll of my own of yellow, 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 green, blue, blue. Raven, what is your perception?
Not great. Yellow green.
Excellent. Yellow, green against a red, purple. Oops. Help if I put the R in.
I'm fine with it not rolling.
Okay, 6 advantage and 3 strain. As you reach the bottom, you didn't even see it coming until it hits you in the head. You are going to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many of these did I roll? So 8 plus 5 is 13. You are going to take 13 wounds.
Jeez.
Whoa!
What is your what is your soak?
Soak, but I also have 2 melee defense.
2 melee defense? Apologies. Let me add 2 black dice onto that then. Roll black. All right, so you're gonna take 11 damage, 11 wounds. What is your soak?
5.
5. It ignores 3 of that. It has pierce 3, so you're going to take 9 wounds as you hear a loud roar and a wampa attacks you.
Of course it
Wampa
does.
Why
Stompa!
is there a Wampa in the mines? They're letting people come in here.
They don't give a fuck about their people.
Oh.
What the
No,
fuck can I see
seriously,
this fucking
yeah.
rock? No, it's a wampa. And it roars and it attacks you. So you take 9 wounds. And your turn.
Well, I'm gonna ignite the Darksaber and... Actually, wait. Hold on. I need to roll a force die for force jump, don't I?
Yes. Wait, for force jump? I actually don't know that you need to.
Where is it?
Is that the enhanced tree?
May spend force to... Okay, nope, so I can't do that. This is going to go very poorly, but okay. Wait, do I have... What lightsaber things do I have that'll actually help me here?
Combat ones.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's not exactly helpful. So I'm going to take a swing with the Darksaber and then book it the other direction.
Hell yeah. Fuck him up, Raven. Difficulty is just 2 purple.
Yep. Yellow, 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 green, green, and I get a blue from Darksaber being accurate. And 2 purple.
One success and 4 advantage. All right. With your 4 advantage is enough to crit.
Yep. Crit twice.
Crit twice. All right. So do a crit plus 10. And if I recall, your base damage is 6, right?
But yeah, damage of 6, and I have how many ranks of lethal wounds? I think 2.
Yeah. So crit plus 30 then. So it's gonna hit it for 6 damage. which cannot be soaked because you have breach. So yeah, pretty good.
So it's exclamation point crit space plus. I'm trying to remember how to type this in.
Crit space plus 20 or plus 30, whatever your roll is. Plus 30, I think, for you.
Exclamation point crit space. and
Knock
then plus-
senseless. What is with you rolling in the 90s? Jesus, knock senseless. Target is staggered for the remainder of the encounter. Now I gotta look up what staggered does. Staggered. Staggered character cannot perform actions. What?
That Wampa be dead.
A staggered character cannot perform actions, including downgrade actions and maneuvers. Most effects that stagger a character last for a set duration. And this one lasts until the end of the encounter. Oh! All right. Well, congratulations.
She did you dirty.
The Wampa's dead. I mean, it's not dead yet, but it might as well be.
Yeah, no, Raven's just gonna coup de grace it.
Yeah, because it gets knocked senseless somehow with a lightsaber. Yeah, next turn you just put your lightsaber up and it goes down into the back, and you think, I'm gonna get a cool new tattoo.
That's how you fucking do it.
Well,
Gonna take a trophy for proof. Because no one's gonna believe this shit.
yeah, would you like to take a Wampa Claw?
Yeah.
Or do you want to take
A
a
horn while
Oh,
you're
horn,
at it.
Yeah.
Wait, it has horns?
Yeah,
Take
Wampa
the
has two
whole
horns.
damn head. Take the whole damn head, Raven.
I'll take the horn.
Strap it on your
Dinner-
back.
Dinner is served.
All right, so you take
We're
a
gonna
Wampa
mount that
horn.
thing in the Razorback.
You take a Wampa's horn as a trophy and proceed on. Okay, well, that was supposed to be a lot harder.
Make some Wampa
Hey,
steaks.
now don't you be upgrading my encounter just because Raven one-shot your guy.
Give him 2 Wampas.
See, this is why I roll my crits publicly, because like if I
Why? So
rolled
he
them
didn't one-shot
privately, no one would believe this shit.
Ugh. As you proceed deeper, you are not attacked by any more Wampas. As
For
much as
some
I-
reason, they seem to be afraid of you.
The other Wampas go like, fuck that, it was nice knowing you, George.
the other Wampas are like, we're gonna go invade Echo Base on Hoth. This sucks. Anyway, so yeah, you are able to descend further down into it, getting closer and closer. The voice growing louder and louder. I need you to make one more coordination check for me. Got to see if you fall to your death. Difficulty 3.
Always important.
It is important. Thank you for lurking, Becca Bandit. Welcome in.
3 success.
All right. So you don't slip and fall. However, you do descend down another very steep, almost chasm. And as you get to the bottom, you find indeed a patch of crystal growing out of the rock face, one of which is speaking to you. It is. Oh God, I wrote down what color your crystal was going to be. Oh, yes. You know that someone, I'm sorry, I'm feeding back through on someone's microphone. It's driving me nuts.
It's not me.
I think it is. Maybe not.
It
It's
shouldn't
literally
be.
Turlo.
No, it shouldn't be.
All right. Okay. You see a bunch of these crystals, and normally it would be very hard for you to tell which one is the one that is speaking to you. It is not, because one of these crystals is the exact, and I mean exact, same color as Katra's eyes.
I'm gonna go over and pick up the crystal.
As you do, it begins to glow vibrantly, and you would swear that it's like looking into her eyes as you do. It speaks to you. You have found an Ilum crystal. Spoilers. There's a lot of Ilum crystals on Ilum. This is what it does. Ilum crystal. All right. So there's 2 things. This is a crystal that can be upgraded, which you will have to do yourself. However, this is what it starts with. It starts as a very basic lightsaber crystal. It is damage 6, crit rating 2, Breach 1, Sunder. These are the modifications that you can mod onto it, and as we finish up today, I will go over with you how to do the modifications. You can have 2 instances of Vicious +1 modified onto it, so that would give you Vicious +2 if they're both successful. You can have 4 instances of Damage +1 modified onto it, for a total of Damage +4 if they all succeed. And 1 instance of Crit Rating -1 to bring it down to Crit Rating 1 if you succeed.
Big if for me.
Huh?
Big if for me.
They are tough. It is tough to do. But the trick with it is you can't try twice. If you fail the Crit Rating -1, that modification is gone, and you can't try it again. It also gets more difficult as you try to modify more things onto it, so I suggest you take the one that you want the most and start with that. All right. And Juxta, I would also take note of all those because spoilers, yours is going to be an Ilum crystal too.
Shit.
We are on Ilum, so you're getting Ilum crystals.
Okay, well,
I'll go over it for you again, don't worry.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. All right, let us jump up to Stumpaka on that note. Stumpaka, you start your way down that southern pass. It is a very twisting and turning and winding path. And
God, I hate when these paths whine so much.
I know. As you get towards the end of it, it's blocked off. It looks like with wood, they've blocked it off. Apparently, this mine shaft has been sealed at some point, probably because it's not super safe. That said, none of them are safe. There's fucking wampas. So,
I mean, I don't know that.
yeah, that's fair. You have no idea. There is a sign on the wall that looks like a wampa's head, and you're like, that looks like a wampa head. I wonder what that means.
That's a bad drawing.
Yeah. So this path appears to be blocked off. However, you can clearly hear your crystal calling to you from beyond it.
Don't worry, Crystal.
What's it
I'll
saying?
get you. Yeah.
Is it Kashika in the springtime?
Yeah.
I'll translate that for everyone. Lahi, lahi.
Oh my god.
So yeah, do you are you going to pass?
I'm sorry, pass?
Are you going to move past the blocked off part?
Oh, it's just like roadblocks?
It's like literally the mine shaft that you're going down is now blocked off by a piece of wood.
Oh, I thought I had to like break down the wood. It was like,
You do if you want to keep going.
oh, well then yeah, I'm gonna break down that wood.
Thank you. Okay,
Good.
great. Do you want to use your lightsaber or do you want to do it the old-fashioned way?
Do it the old-fashioned way. Lightsaber might be a little dicey down here.
Brawl check it.
Brawl check.
Do it the old-fashioned way. I think lightsaber might be a little dicey down here. Okay. Sure.
You only ignite your lightsaber to take a life.
Give it the old Jorah.
No, when you're prepared to take a life.
Yellow, yellow. Green, green, green. Committing, using, enhance for
2 red
brawl.
is your difficulty.
2 red. Huzzah!
5 success. All right. Yeah. You put your shoulder into it, and it's old wood at this point. This mine shaft has been sealed off for a long time, and you are able to break.
Song knows
through it.
all about that.
Jesus. You're able to break through into the dimly lit mine, lit only by the kyber crystals within, and a lot of them, to be fair, are gone now. This place has been pretty thoroughly mined out. You start making your way through, and as you do, make a perception check for me.
Perception. Oh, I'm. Hey! I am great at
Uh, all right. As you make your way in the dimly lit area,
making my way.
you hear a voice call out to you. Stop. Go no further.
Do
You
I
try-
see? Oh,
Mm.
go ahead.
You trespass on a sacred place, and you hear the sound of a lightsaber igniting to your right. To your right is a young boy. He's probably 14, maybe 13. He has a very no, sorry, he doesn't actually. He is got long, shaggy hair. Looks like he has been here for a minute. But yeah, he's a young boy, and he's holding a green lightsaber. He narrows his eyes. Who are you? Are you one of them? Sith?
No. I am Stumpaka.
I don't know who that is.
Well, probably not. You've been down here for a minute. I'm here because the Kyber crystal's calling me.
Liar. These kyber crystals call to no one anymore.
I say. I don't want to fight you, but I will heed the call.
He seems a little distraught. He definitely does not want to fight a Wookiee, if he can help it.
Didn't go well for the last guy.
No. Of course, this kid has a lightsaber, so maybe it'll go a little better. I am Zak.
What are
you-
you doing here, Zak?
I came to find my crystal. Then everybody died.
Do you hear your crystal's call?
He kind of holds up his lightsaber. I did.
Why are you still here then?
As right after I found my crystal, I felt it passing when they all died.
Yeah. They're
You're-
all gone.
Are you a Jedi?
No. But I am a Jedi Ranger.
Oh. Die. Okay. Are there still Jedi out there? You didn't all die too?
No, the passing of the Jedi was from destruction of the temple. The Jedi were elsewhere.
Are they all gone?
Most of them. A few were not at the temple when it exploded. But most everyone is gone.
So now that you've had a moment to talk and your lightsabers are illuminating the area a little better, there's a lot of bodies on the ground that you're starting to notice. Almost all of them are Sith. I
Hmm.
mean, not Sith Force sensitives necessarily, but Sith soldiers,
Right.
people who work for Darth Revan. This kid's been busy for the last 3 years.
He survived down here.
If you want, I can take you to the Jedi Rangers.
He looks conflicted at that. I don't think I can be a Jedi anymore. I've killed in anger.
You may have killed in anger, but I can clearly see you're no Sith or dark side.
Not yet. I can feel its call, though.
So do I.
You're a Jedi. How do you feel its call?
I may be part Jedi, but I practice a path known as the Juyu. It balances the line between light and dark.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Most people haven't. I was once to be trained as a Jedi, but my master, he was not good. And so I've never wanted to become a Jedi. And so I found my own path.
He seems to think for a long moment. Go. Find your crystal. Maybe when you leave, you can show me how to walk that line. I don't want to become something terrible.
Stomping nods and extinguishes his light's axe.
He does the same. He extinguishes his blade and puts it back on his hip.
When I'm done here, I'll come back and I'll teach you.
He nods. Goes over to one of the bodies on the ground, reaches in and takes off. On its hip, there's a rations pack, which he takes and starts to eat as he sits over in one of the corners and waits.
Oh, that's how we survived.
Yep. You continue on, leaving Zoc behind for now. And your thoughts turn to him, and in your mind, Tila's words ring, talking about walking the line and her role as a teacher for those for whom the dark side would now always be a part of their existence. And it's as you lose yourself in those thoughts for a minute that suddenly you're there. And just before you sits an orange crystal.
Ooh, orange. So cool.
It glows almost a shade of amber as you approach it. And indeed, you have located an Ilum crystal. As I said for Raven, I'll say it for you as well. Its base stats are damage 6, crit rating 2, breach 1, and sunder. Its modification options are 2 instances of vicious +1, 4 instances of damage +1, and 1 instance of crit rating -1.
Two vicious, 4 damage, and 1 crit -1.
Yep.
For the options.
Here's how upgrading those works, by the way. Each modification, you have to get at least 1 success. It costs 100 credits to try it, and you have to get at least 1 success on it. The difficulty is 0 for the first one, 1 for the second one, 2 for the third one, and so on up. It's 1 difficulty for each one. If you are a Jedi working on your crystal, you can take 2 off of the difficulty. So the first one would, so your first 3 are your first 2 are at 0. Your third one will be difficulty 2, so it's also at 0. Your fourth one is difficulty 1, then 2, then 3.
What's the stat we roll for that?
Mechanics.
Mechanics? Oh god. Oh
We're
no!
all gonna sit down next to Galvin.
It is a mechanics check, and you only get the difficulty off if you do it yourself. Galvin can assist you, and in doing so, you will be given 1 free upgrade. So you'll turn a green to a yellow.
And if we're close enough to a functional M3, we can still get the boost die, right?
You can get the blue boost die once he's functional and you're off the planet, yes. All right. While that's happening, back topside. Real quick, Galvin, those readings you were getting on your pad, yeah, they're getting worse. Like, they were concerning before. They're terrifying now. They're like, okay, there's going to be an earthquake at any given moment. It's not good.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'll relay that information. I assume Anaris is still standing here with me. Like,
Yeah, Anaris, no problem. No one else can get it. Your communicators are shit on this planet.
this isn't good. This is not good. Hopefully they come back soon.
Yeah, I hope it's written that way that they do. Ugh. Crazy
Raven
if it
would be
wasn't.
like force jumping her way back because
Yeah, you're fucking like Aladdin in the Cave of Wonders-ing your way out of here.
I don't know. It seems pretty safe.
I don't really want to get surprise slapped by another Wampa.
Wampas are crazy like that. All right, back topside. Song. You have been trying to get away from these guards who think that you threw the rock. They did not think the small girl was able to throw the rock. They were pretty sure
Alright.
it was you.
So you said I can't use stealth to try and lose them, right?
No, and yet you are losing them.
Are they both coming toward? They both came after me.
They both went running after you.
Okay.
That said, as you run from them, you are putting distance between yourself and them. They
No.
are slowing.
Alright.
They're getting further and further away as the storm outside has picked up. You don't have to get as far as you would have needed to originally because visibility is dropping rapidly as the storm
Okay.
picks up. Until, finally, you don't see them anymore. That said, you also don't see anything else anymore.
I am still in the city, though, right?
Possibly.
Well, I
Uh-oh.
don't think I would have tried to have gone away from any building, so I will move towards wherever the last building was that I saw.
Right.
Can I try to use Seek to aid me with that?
You can.
However, you explode.
Your brain melts as you try. Planet is fucked up. Don't use force powers on it.
But it's a
Awkward.
good force planet.
It is a good force planet. It is a light side aligned.
I don't think so, because I think I need.
Except for that time when it got turned into a Star Killer base.
I mean, it's still good aligned.
Yeah.
It just
Nope. Never mind. Wasn't able to do it, so I'm just gonna try to make my way through the storm to find my way to someplace
Finding my way.
shelter. Find my way.
So you start to make your way through, and it seems like no matter how far you walk, all you see is more blizzard.
Is
more
this some
snow.
forest bullshit? I say out loud.
Well, that depends on what you mean by bullshit. There's a voice back to you.
I turn to look, or is it in my head?
As you turn to look, you see a force ghost there. It is Sune Azi looking at you.
I smile.
Didn't think you'd find yourself on Ilum.
I mean, I didn't think I'd find myself in a lot of places that I have this past few years.
Lucia. About 1 billion other planets. Isle of the Huts. Personal security. Found yourself in a lot of weird places. Good to see you, Father.
Good to see you as well.
Walks over. Now, Ilum was supposedly once a very beautiful planet. But it has been strip mined by just about everyone who wants Kyber, whether it be Jedi for their lightsabers or the Sith to power weapons that would boggle the mind. Or even just people looking to make money. It's a shame, but it is the nature of people to consume what is around us.
Unfortunately.
How is my sister doing?
She's good. She has a boyfriend now.
Well, let me surprised. I would have pegged her as swinging for the other team.
Nah, we'll see what happens.
I couldn't kill her. Badly as I wanted to in that moment. All I could see was my brother looking at me as I stared at her. She looks down and sees the lightsaber on your hip. That looks familiar.
I needed something to remind me.
You could do with a better keepsake than that one. I can only imagine the things it must say to you.
It also serves as a warning, a reminder.
what the dark side could lead you to.
Of where any of us could end up.
Can't be responsible for where others end up. Only yourself.
No, I'm aware.
Good.
But I could use with some reminders too.
She smiles. She looks herself over. You take a moment to look at her. She looks to be about 20. Be about the age she would be now. Were she not had she not fallen to the dark side and eventually perished. She's beautiful. She looks exactly like her mom when you met her. Yeah. But she smiles and looks to the lightsaber. You saw something in me when you met with me on the Lady in Waiting. Both times. You saw good where there wasn't any, or at least I didn't believe so. I thought there was no going back. What did you see?
I saw my little girl. I saw life when I thought that there was none. I wanted another chance, and well, that was maybe out of the cards. It didn't stop me from trying.
She walks over.
I'm sorry I threw a thermal detonator at you the first time.
She kind of laughs.
I think that, like you, at first I thought with what I had to do that there was no way out.
No going back.
But your sister, I think, taught both of us that there is always another path to take.
Yes, her Force illusion. A lot more like Mom than I would have given her credit for. Well, any way you look at it. Ignite your lightsaber.
And he does so.
He looks at it, that crimson red blade. It is a good reminder of where the dark side can lead, of what we can become, of what our great ambitions can yield. And then she looks at you very earnestly. But that isn't the reminder you need, Father. And she reaches out and touches the lightsaber. And a red electricity begins to arc off of the lightsaber and into her. And she kind of gives a pained look as she seems to absorb that out of it. And the lightsaber, which had been glowing that crimson red, begins to fade into a light pink and ultimately glow pure white as she finishes and pulls her hand away. The reminder that you need and that the galaxy needs is that no one's ever really gone.
Kind of scary looking, though.
The lightsaber? It is a redeemed crystal. There are precious few left in the galaxy, but I hope that someday there will be more. Crystals that have been bled, made into machines for killing. Even they can be fixed. Everyone can. Not everyone's willing to, but everyone can be.
Revan included.
He's not willing to. He wants to break the fundamental truth of the galaxy. And he'll stop at nothing to do it.
We'll stop him.
I know you will. Oh, town's that way. She points to the south. I'll say hi to Zahn for you.
Should visit your sister sometime too.
Maybe I will. Or maybe I already have. She winks. And with that, she vanishes.
I take off towards town.
You're able to find your way back to town relatively easily. Everyone else,
Upgrade purely cosmetic.
it is a cosmetic upgrade. It also doesn't yell the songs of the damned at you anymore when you turn it on.
Oh
Or touch
man, garbage.
It also may have a tangential or a tangible effect later on that has not made itself known to you yet.
All right, cool.
Spoilers, it doesn't.
Huh?
Spoilers, it doesn't.
All right, well, you know what? Now it does.
Damn it!
Now it's going to do something cool and badass that your lightsaber doesn't do.
Yes.
Dang it!
You know what? It gives me adversary 1.
No. Every time Robbie crits, I roll the crit.
Yeah, exactly.
I can roll it too. I have I think just as many lethal blows as you do, or close to it.
No, but
Yeah, but
Raven
every
rolls
time
the
I
dice.
Yeah. Every time I roll, I hit like 90.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like rolling my own dice.
Amen. Everyone else, you start making your way back up.
88.
There you go. You make your way
saving
back
that for
up
later.
To the shaft. And indeed, Galvin, it's getting real spooky. You don't need the machines anymore to tell you that there's an earthquake coming. You can feel it. It's welling up quickly. Raven, Stampaka, you're gonna want a GTFO.
Well, I'm making my way back through the cave.
Yes.
Get a hold of Zoc and I say, look, it's not safe here.
Zoc notices the earthquake and is like, yeah, I get that impression. Listen, if you can take me as far as for really any core world, that'd be fine.
We'll take you somewhere. We'll figure it out. Come on, let's just go for now.
Okay, and he's gonna go with you.
Okay.
All right, Raven, you also will make your way out as you all start to climb or go up the elevator once again. At the top are two very pissed off looking guards who just had a rock thrown at them and then chased a guy out into the blizzard, and he didn't come back, so they're like, well, he's fucking dead.
Coming back now, bitches.
Yeah. So roll for initiative.
Are they bad guys?
I say roll for initiative. Just they've got 5 health, so like I don't know. Actually, you know what? No. What time is it? It's 12:07. No, we're not going to roll for initiative. Do you want to kill them or do you want to try to talk them down?
Okay, well, what kind of guards are they?
They would look like stormtroopers.
If you kill them, you probably get conflict.
So they're bad guys.
Well, Stompy might.
Well, they're definitely Sith.
Stompy,
Oh,
you
well then
walk
yeah,
the
we should
line.
definitely kill them.
You walk the line, so you kill one, you let the other one go.
Kill one, let your teammates kill the other one.
No, he kills one. Let this be a lesson. And just
Stampaka, roll an attack. Difficult. 2 purple is the difficulty. I'm assuming you're going to do your multi attack. So
Gonna throw a lightsaber axe at him.
Probably.
yeah, I thought so.
Hold on. Now I gotta find my character sheet again.
He just cleaves them before we even have a chance to react to them being.
That's kind of what I'm gambling on because it's already 12:07.
You said 2 purples?
2 purple's the difficulty.
Yeah, they dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're super dead. Okay. So the elevator comes up and the guy goes, "Hey, stop there!" and gets his head cut off. Stampaka says no as he walks past. Zoc is like, "Oh,
Come on, let's go.
oh, I usually have to wait for them to come down there and ambush them." That okay.
Well, we're on a tight schedule. I'm sure your way would have worked too.
Yeah. Sifu sees the boy coming down the ramp. Is like,
Oh,
explain.
this is Zoc. He's coming with us.
Hi, Zoc. He's like, oh, another Jedi, and then he sees Daenerys and is like, oh, another Jedi. What the hell?
Yeah, that one's a Jedi. She's his a Padawan, or is she a knight now?
No, she's a knight now.
Yeah, she
Oh.
was his Padawan, but
She
she's a knight
was
now.
his Padawan, but she's a knight now. Like basically, like all the remaining Jedi are going to be on this ship. So minus one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's also, if you think about it, it's really bad if the ship blows up. All right, let's move.
He's like, yeah, I guess that would be pretty terrible.
No pressure.
Has he
no
like
pressure.
looked at Raven yet?
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
curious.
everyone's got a fucking lightsaber on their hip, and he's like, what is going on right now? Galvin, as you are moving towards the exit of the city, you see the large communications array, and it appears to be powering up to send a message.
That's not good. Somebody is sending a message out from the planet, or attempting to, anyways.
Sifu glances at you. Well, that could be good, right? That might tell us where the Kyber's going.
Could be calling for reinforcements to just blow us off the planet.
I suppose. Worth finding out which.
But you're right. We could go to the tower and maybe check the. We could check backlogs at least, even if that's not where the signal's going.
Sifu gets her lightsaber out. I'll cover you if you want to. I have a great trick my dad showed me. It's called we throw a rock at people and run away.
It worked.
Truly a greater tactical genius we've never known.
The name could use
Well,
work.
Say that.
What?
Don't let him hear you say that.
How like
Did I
far?
get time to hear that? I'll roll a perception check.
Yeah, you showed up just in time to hear that. She looks over. Oh,
Tactical genius. I heard that. You know what? Those
Oh,
same
no.
genes are in you. You're gonna grow up to be one too.
Well, never all fit on the Razorback around his ego.
Anyway, what are we throwing rocks at?
Galvin's gonna try and hack the big communications array and find out where the Kyber's going.
Oh yeah, no, he's good at that. We probably don't even have to throw any rocks.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
your
go.
your sister says hi, by the way.
We'll talk about that later. You got to talk to sis? Okay, never mind. Not important right now.
Bigger
Galvin.
problems. Let's go.
Galvin, hack. Difficulty check 2. Make computers.
I'll just be like, anyone notice the ground shaking?
If it asks for a password, try swordfish.
The ground is shaking a lot.
Actually, you know what? Oh wait, no, we were like a mile away, weren't we?
You're about a mile from your ship, yeah.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna do a quick survey around, see if I can find something that we might be able to pilot back to the ship fast.
You do see something that you can pilot back to the ship fast.
Land speeder.
Tauntauns.
Are they tauntauns?
They are tauntauns.
Yeah!
Ugh, the smell.
You said difficulty 2.
Yep, 2 purple.
Computers check. Dang it.
All right.
Hey.
You are able to succeed. What information would you like to try to glean from the central computer system of Port Kyberia?
Where all the stuff's going.
I would like to check any logs that might be labeled Starforge or like communications to Starforge.
There are no logs that have the word Starforge in them anywhere. You may have 2 more pieces of information.
Check for Kyber crystal shipments.
Okay. That there are plenty of. Kyber crystals have been shipped off this planet regularly for the last 3 years. Originally, they were all being sent to the Korriban system. Within the last few months, they are suddenly all being sent to Coruscant.
Oh. That's interesting.
You may have one more piece of information.
Hmm. If anybody has any suggestions, you're welcome to.
Maybe what they're sending right now?
Yeah, I'll check the current
Mhm.
message.
Current manifest is for a supply of kyber labeled fuel. It includes 26,000 small kyber crystals, 1,000 that are labeled medium, and 4 that are labeled large kyber crystals. And those are being sent to Coruscant.
It's a lot of kyber.
It is a lot of kyber.
Well, I think we have our destination. Coruscant. It's where they are sending all the kyber, or have been within the recent years.
You have your destination. And that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
Yay!